Hello and welcome to the JB&M Sports Fanatic channel. What's good with you? And welcome JB Nation. And so I see that the comment section is already live here. And so Mike, what's good with you? Mike says, what's up JB Nation? We've got 80s here. We've got the crew here. But here we go for the Nebraska Cornhuskers here. They're going to go trips at the bottom of the formation here. Quick pass to the receiver. And so that's caught by the receiver. And he's going to pick up what looks to be about 9 yards on the play, possibly 10 yards there. And a first down. Palmer, the wide receiver there. And of course, Casey Thompson transferring over from Texas. That is a big boost right there. Obviously, they've had Adrian Martinez over the last 4 years. He's no longer here. He's at Kansas State. But this is a new era here for Nebraska, and let's see how this plays out. Thompson throws it there across the middle. Incomplete. Incomplete. He hit his receiver there, but he dropped it, so it's incomplete. Let's see. Mike says, what up, 80? Mike says, how them Eagles looking? And so Lewis says, JB late. Appreciate that, Lewis. But how are you doing? All right, here we go, guys. Shotgun formation here. 3rd and 1. Takes the snap there. Northwestern run it, but the running back was able to still pick up the first down on the second effort there. That was Grant on the carry. That time, Northwestern, they were anticipating run, but still, Nebraska able to get the first down. Fresh new set of downs to work with here. Let's see, 80 says he is late. Lewis says, let's go. Lewis says, because he stopped to get some pizza. Meanwhile, Thompson gives it to the receiver number 7, and he's going to take it to Northwestern side of field here. So already they are moving the ball here, and I like what I'm seeing so far here from Nebraska offensively moving the ball here. Like the tempo that they're playing with here. They're at Nebraska. They're at Northwestern's 49-yard line here. Shotgun formation here. 3 receivers, 1 tight end, 1 back. Takes the snap. Going to head to the back off the right side, and he's going to pick up about 5 yards on the play here. It's going to make it 2nd and 5 coming up. And so, Jay, what's good with you? What's good with you? Jay says, I'm ready for some college football. That's what's up. That's what's up. Again, that was Washington on the carry. All right, so here we go, guys. Facing 2nd and 5. Going to have 3 receivers on the play, 1 tight end, and a running back here. Shotgun formation. Receiver goes in motion. Thompson takes a snap in. Northwestern sending 4. Throws it. Completed. He's going to be about a yard shy of getting to the first down. So we got 3rd down coming up here. So 3rd and about 1 coming up. Let's see. 80 says, to me, when I think of college football, I think Ireland. I hear you, 80s. And 80 says, Mike, Eagles are flying like those Bills. But here we go. Shotgun, 3 receivers towards the bottom of the screen here. 3rd and 2. Takes a snap here. Thompson's looking. Has time. Pump fakes. Throws it. Guy wide open. And he's going to take it to about the 32-yard line on the reception there. And another first down here for the Cornhuskers. They are moving the ball here. And last year, we know they were in just about every game that they played. Last year, despite finishing 3-9, they were extremely competitive. So the upgrade at the quarterback position they hoping will be enough for Nebraska to take that next step. But here we go. Takes a snap on 1st and 10. Thompson going to take his shot. He has a man, and it is caught in the end zone for a touchdown. Just like that. Wow, he threw it up there, and his receiver went up there and got it. What a big-time play and a big-time throw that time. And so far, offensively, I like it. I like it. Let's see. Mike says, 80s, you like pro or college better? Lewis said he took the under 52 in this one. Let's see. 80 says pro. And then Braden, what's good with you, Braden? What's good with you? What's good with you? Meanwhile, we got the point after touchdown attempt coming up here. Extra point is up, and that is good. So just like that, here in Ireland, we've got Nebraska scoring on the first drive of the game. They cap it off with a touchdown. We're already seeing the impact of Casey Thompson, who's coming over from the University of Texas. Very good quarterback here and a great addition for Nebraska, and they look great on that first offensive drive. Let's see, 80 says, Lewis, get ready to take some shots. There you go. Jay says, what a nice catch. And so, yeah, he went up there, grabbed it. Defensive back never really had a chance there. But I do like the ball placement and his ability to go up there and make a play on that one. I do like it. Braden says, beautiful pass and catch. Mike says, 80 Eagles are going to win Super Bowl II. Jay says, I had no idea this game was in Ireland. And so, yeah, this game right here in Ireland, which is really great right here. These two teams from the Big Ten, these players are going to definitely remember this experience of just being down there, honestly, when it's all said and done. Let's see. Braden says Nebraska has more tempo to their offense this year, and so it does make sense with the addition of having Casey Thompson there. You have a veteran that's coming in there that obviously played at an extremely high level down there at Texas. Led the Big 12 over there in terms of passing yards and stuff like that. So a tremendous quarterback coming in with great experience, great poise, and so he's going to help them take that offense to the next step. And so I'm excited to see what Nebraska's going to look like when it's all said and done. What exactly is Nebraska going to look like? I'm looking forward to it. They made a lot of positive changes. Let's see. Mike says JB was later than a Mac Jones pass today. Let's see. 80 says sounds good to me, Mike. And so But yeah, we're currently at the commercial, so we got to see what Nebraska looked like offensively. Drove down there with ease. Casey Thompson looked great out there, but what will Northwestern look like offensively? That's going to be the big question. I'm hoping that Northwestern can come out, show us some things offensively, and we can have a good game out of this one. But it's really going to come down to Northwestern offense, guys. Can they keep up with Nebraska? Because Nebraska, they look great. They were moving the ball there, great tempo, all that stuff. Let's see, 80 says, sounds good to me, Mike, LOL. Let's see, 80 says, all seriousness, that's messed up for the local college fans who support the teams 24/7, that the game is in Ireland. You said I'm 100% Irish, and I don't agree, LOL. So 80s is not like that. But you bring up a great point there. You bring up an excellent point there. Let's see, Brandon says, looked at Iowa's schedule. We play your Buckeyes in October. And so I'm looking forward to that one. Looking forward to that one, Brandon. Absolutely. 80 says, Mike, LOL. Mike says, thanks, JB, for showing me college football. Kind of interesting. And so, oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. If there's two things that we definitely did bring to Mike's attention, college football and sweet potato pie. And those are two great things to have, if you ask me. So absolutely. But that drive was 8 plays, 75 yards in about 2 minutes and 19 seconds in terms of time of possession. Kickoff on the way. Wildcats are going to return it here. And so, okay, no return on that one. No return on that one. A little bit about Northwestern, though. Over the last 4 years, they've been a little bit of up and down. They'll go from having a good year to having a horrible year, good year. Last year was a horrible year. So can they get back to having a good year? We're going to find out here. And it's going to really rely here on can this offense come out here today, because Nebraska's going to put up some points today. Nebraska will put up some points today. I have a feeling Nebraska's going to score 35 plus points in this one. But can Northwestern come out here and replicate that or surpass it? We're going to find out. But they'll take over from the 25-yard line. Let's see. Mike says, JB, throughout cast, please go over scores around the league too, please. All right, bet. Gotcha, Mike. I'll do my best with that. But here we go. On first down, I'm going to hand it to the back, and he's going to get back to the line of scrimmage here. So we got second down coming up here. So 2nd and 10 coming up. Let's see. 80 says, it's not the same feel you get watching the game in a college town. All right, but here we go, guys. So they got second and what they call 2nd and 9 here. Shotgun formation, 3 receivers, 1 tight end, 1 back as well. Cornhuskers got 4 guys on the line here. Takes a snap, fakes it to the back. Looking. Quarterback throws it deep to the left. And that is going to be a catch. Good catch there. And immediately he went down after the catch there to avoid the hit there. And that's a great pickup on the play. And we got a first down here for the Wildcats. So can they keep this up here? We're going to find out. That was Malik Washington, the senior, with the reception from Lawrenceville, Georgia. All right, so here we go. 1 back in the backfield here. 3 receivers on the play. Got a tight end as well. 10 seconds right now on the play clock. Making adjustments on the line. 5 seconds now. Takes a snap. Going to hand it to the back. In the back, up the middle. Picks up about a good 4 yards on the carry. It's going to bring up second down coming up here. 2nd and 6 here in the first quarter with 11 minutes and 25 seconds to go. Again, the Cornhuskers scored on their opening drive, and they're up 7-0. So Northwestern is trying to match that. All right, so it looks like Northwestern wants to line up in the shotgun here. We've got four receivers and a tight end right now, so they're going to go five wide here. Nebraska's showing pressure. Will they send pressure? They send five. Quarterback throws it quickly that time. Receiver goes out of bounds, and it looks like he got probably just shy of getting to the first down marker. Let's see where they mark it at. Let's see. Braden says Northwestern helmets are dope, and so yeah, I see the changes that they made to the N on their helmet. There, it's better than just the plain white, so I do like that as well. Let's see. Jay says, I wonder if Nebraska regrets leaving the Big 12, and so, well, I mean, things haven't gone exactly as they would hope, but we'll see if they can change things around. Braden says the best game today is Vanderbilt versus Hawaii, two of the best teams in college football. Meanwhile, they hand it to the back, and the back is going to pick up what seems to be a yard or two on the carry. So second down coming up here for the Wildcats. So second and 8. Again, trailing 7-0 right now. At Nebraska's 48-yard line right now. So far in the drive, we got 5 plays, 27 yards so far in the drive. Let's see. 80 says JB is the league with the NCAA, so he won't announce the game being played in Ireland, lol. All right, here we go. Takes a snap. There's already a penalty. They're going to stop the play. They're going to stop the play. There is a penalty. That means it's on the offense there. So we got a false start against the offense here. That's going to back them up. You want the quickest way to ruin a drive? Have penalties happen like that. And so now we've got second and 13. What was second and 8, now it's second and 13. All right, let's see. Old man, what's good with you? What's good with you? You say, what's good, JB? Mike says, let's see. But Jameson 80 says, Jameson any good? And so Mike says, yo, old. All right, here we go, guys. Second and 13 right now in the shotgun. You've got 3 receivers towards the bottom of the screen here. Going to take the snap. Nebraska sending pressure up the middle. Northwestern trying to contain it. Throws it on the run there, and it is caught by the receiver, but he's going to pick up about a yard on the catch there. So now we got third down coming up here, third and long. Can Northwestern convert here on third down? The last thing you want to do is give the ball back to Nebraska without scoring right now. Seeing how that offense looked in that first drive, you really want to come away with some points here if you're Northwestern, considering last year Nebraska had their way against Northwestern. You don't want a repeat of that from last year. All right, so here we go, guys. Third and 12 here in the first quarter with 9 minutes and 5 seconds to go. Again, right now, Nebraska up 7-0. We've got 3 seconds right now on the play clock. Got to snap the ball. 5 wide here. Snaps it. In the pocket. Throws it. Caught by the receiver, and that's going to pick up maybe 4 yards on the play. However, that is not going to be enough for the first down, so the Wildcats will have to punt the ball here. Again, here in the first quarter with 8 minutes and 40 seconds to go. Let's see. 80 says, old man is here. The party can start. That's right. Mike says, Panther fans were giving my Bills it. We got beat and it's bad. And so, I mean, it's the preseason. Mike, you know it's the preseason. We get it. Hate to see what happened with Sam Darnold, though, getting injured, though. But that was bad. Old man said, what's good, Mike in 80s? Meanwhile, Wildcats punt the ball. And, excellent job on the punt and the punt coverage to pin them at the 1-yard line there. So that should give the defense something to focus on there and try to get the safety coming up here. But excellent punt there by Northwestern. Let's see, old man says, Basic Baker won him that $100, and you're up 25 so far on the NFL season. And so that was big. That was big. That was a big surprise right there of what took place. Let's see. 80 says to JB, he's now called Brother Baker. That is not true. Not true. It's just the preseason. There's no award for that. Let's see. Mike says, JB showed me college football good. Before it was that, our American Gladiator. I always picked Gladiators, and so there you go. Brandon says, Basic Baker didn't throw a basic pass last night. He threw a dime. And so, again, it was the preseason. It was just the preseason. Let's see how that carries over in the regular season. Let's see. Let's see. 80 says, dime, LOL. Mike says, 80s don't like Janice, and so let's see. Mike says that's up. Let's see. That's up the your luck of DWIR upset stomach, and so let's see. Jay says great punt by Northwestern, and so yeah, that was very impressive on that punt right there. Very impressive on that one. Jay says Northwestern showed flashes of some nice plays on offense. And yeah, one thing I noticed is that once they had that penalty there, it's like they're going to have to avoid those situations where they're in third and long, second and long. If they can keep it to where it's like second and five, third and five, or something like that, then yeah, that'll be great right there to help them move the ball. But ultimately, it's going to come down to can their defense slow down Nebraska enough and their offense do enough to keep this one close without it getting out of hand by the time we get to the second half. But let's see how things play out, though. The offense did do some good things there, but the defense can come out and get either a three and out, get a stop turnover, or a safety, something like that. That can really help out the offense by getting good field position, and that is what Northwestern's going to need to continue to go out there and get good field position and avoid penalties. That would be great. Let's see. Mike says, "Dude in Panther show, keep repeating Baker Cook, Baker cooking up the playoffs," and so and again, we're currently at the commercial still. But when we come back, this will be North. This will be Nebraska's second offensive possession of the game here. Last time they scored a touchdown, in which Casey Thompson was throwing the ball. He was lighting it up. But this time, starting from their own 1 yard line, they have to be careful not to make a mistake. The last thing you want is to make a mistake here and let Northwestern capitalize off of that. So we'll see how it plays out. But he was 5 of 6 passing for 68 yards on that last drive that resulted in a touchdown. Casey Thompson on the last drive. And last year at Texas, he threw 24 touchdowns to 9 interceptions, along with 2,100 yards through the air. Last year, Casey Thompson did with the University of Texas. But this time with Nebraska, let's see what he does, guys. Here in the first quarter with 8 minutes and 7 seconds to go, and the Cornhuskers up 7-0. And now they've got the football again. Let's see what they do. All right, so here we go. Going to take the snap from their own 1 yard line, gives it to the back, and he goes off the right guard, and he's going to pick up what looks to be about a yard on the carry, 2 yards on the play. So we got 2nd and 8 coming up here from the Cornhuskers 3 yard line. Let's see, Mike says, JB, I could have pointed out that the first team was playing Bills plays I never heard of, but why let them be happy, JB? And so I hear you, Mike. But here we go, Thompson with the play fake. He has a lot of time in there. Finally throws the ball away there. So the offensive line had to really give him some time there in that pocket, which is dangerous considering that he was in the end zone there. So if the defense gets him, that would have been a safety. But we got 3rd and 8 coming up here. So can Northwestern get the stop right now? If they can get a stop right now, that would be a huge advantage right there. And not just, to try to get the offensive ball, but maybe even try to block a punt or something like that. But here we go, 3rd and 8 right now. Casey Thompson here, quarterback from Nebraska. Let's see. Takes the snap. Going to hand it to the back. In the back. Fighting forward. I believe he picked up a yard on the play, but however, it will be 4th down. So great job by the Northwestern defense that time, taking advantage of the field position and using it to their favor there to get the stop. And now they'll be able to get the ball back to their offense with great field position once we have this punt. Meanwhile, for Nebraska, their first drive looked great. That drive, they were just too close to their own end zone to really do anything of value that time. And so, therefore, we'll see what kind of punt they can get off. Again, here in the first quarter with 6 minutes and 50 seconds to go, and the Cornhuskers up 7-0. All right, so punts on the way. Let's see if we get a return here by Northwestern. Fair catch is symboled. And it's fair caught about the 47-yard line, it looks like. And that's about where Northwestern's going to take over from their own 47-yard line. So excellent field position. Let us see, can they take advantage of that field position? That's going to be the real question. Let's see. Jay says Northwestern needs to take advantage of this field position on offense. And so, yes, I really feel like I agree with that. They can go out there and try to score, whether it's a touchdown, whether it's a field goal. You got to come away with something after your defense just rewarded you by making a stop like that. I feel like you absolutely have to do that. All right, let's see. Let's see. Jay says, "Are you gonna stream college football next Thursday?" And so, yeah, college football next Thursday because obviously there will not be any more preseason games after, by the time we get to next Thursday. So definitely, I will be looking to find a game to stream on Thursday. So most likely, I certainly plan on streaming next Thursday for college football as well. As that weekend will be a great weekend to dedicate to college football, especially with no NFL around that next weekend. So absolutely. Let's see. Braden says, other than the Ohio State versus Notre Dame game, what other game are you looking forward to next week? And so that is a great question because honestly, that was the game that stood out the most to me while watching that one on the schedule. I'll have to put up the schedule real quick and see um, next week's schedule real quick. And then I'll let you know once I look at next week's schedule. But certainly for me, you already know it starts with Ohio State. But outside of that, let me see which game stands out to me. We do have the Oregon versus Georgia game, if I'm not mistaken, that comes out. That's going to be next week as well. So Oregon versus Georgia, that's going to be it. Because if Georgia doesn't lose to Oregon, I don't know a team on their schedule that I like in terms of that can take down Georgia on their schedule in the regular season at least. So that Oregon and Georgia game would be a great one. Let's see. Mike says JB drops back the pass. JB looking. What's this hands off to his best friend Baker? Hey, come on now. He throws deep touchdown over Bill's ninth string. He said knife string. Wow. Old man says JB is going to be a long season. Plus, I haven't seen Mac Jones so uncomfortable behind the line, and I truly hope Bill Belichick was just trying to run the new system and goes back to the old one. And so, yeah, a little nervous about what we saw. A little nervous about what we saw. Was not impressed with Friday's performance at all against the Raiders there. But gonna try not to read too much into it with the preseason. But there's a lot of concern. A lot of concern for sure. Lewis says defense. Jay says Thursday maybe Oklahoma State versus Central Michigan or West Virginia versus Pitt. I'm strongly leaning towards West Virginia versus Pitt as of right now. That'll probably be the game that I end up going with on that Thursday. But here we go, guys. So 1st and 10. Wildcats take the snap here. Going to hand it to the back in the back. Oh, he's stuffed. He is stuffed on that play. Excellent tackle there by the Cornhuskers. 2nd down coming up. Again, 6 minutes and 30 seconds to go here in the first quarter. 2nd and 10. He got back to the line of scrimmage. Yeah, that time, excellent job there. Northwestern just getting off of blocks and just getting to the back on that play. I'm sorry, not Northwestern. Nebraska. All right, but 2nd and 10 here for the Wildcats. Making adjustments. 10 seconds right now on the play clock. Takes the snap. Gonna hand it to the back again off the left side. Lowers his shoulder there. Oh, look at that. And nice carry on that one. That's gonna make it about 3rd and 6 coming up here. So this is what I'm talking about. When you have 3rd down coming up, 3rd and 6, 3rd and 5, that's what you want if you're Northwestern. This allows you to call more plays that you're comfortable with and increase your odds of getting the 1st down. But yeah, that time he just lowered his helmet literally and went after him. Let's see. 80 says, JB, since they are playing in Ireland, is Shaquille O'Neal at the game? Hello, ha, get it? Let's see. Braden says, also Penn State plays Purdue on Thursday. All right, but here we go. Quarterback throws it, and oh, what a catch there. What a catch on the play. He held on to that one despite the safety's attempt to knock him down. It wasn't enough. Was not enough. But yeah, I mean, that's a great one as well, Braden. A great one as well. Penn State versus Purdue. I'm going to look at the entire Thursday schedule and stuff like that and then decide, probably by the end of, probably I'll do it probably after tomorrow night, after the last schedule stream that I have already up there. I'll probably decide on which one for Thursday. But I'm excited. I'm excited. All right, they put the receiver in motion here. He's going to throw it to the receiver. But man, Nebraska, oh, they're missing tackles out there. Nebraska should have had him for a loss on the play, but they missed that one. And so Claire, able to make a couple guys miss there. I thought that was going to be a loss on the play, but he turned it into a positive game there. Big time play. And that's on the first linebacker there. He slowed down there, and that's on him that he missed that one. Took a bad angle, but here we go. 2nd and 4 here for the Wildcats. Again, first quarter, 4 minutes and 20 seconds to go. Let's see. Braden says the backyard brawl. Jay says that's a good one too, Braden. And so throws it to the receiver, and he takes it all the way to the 19-yard line, and it's going to be a first down here for the Wildcats. So the Wildcats moving the ball here, so far taking advantage of that great field position that they had. Now this quarterback has yet to throw an incompletion yet. He's 5 of 5 passing for 39 yards. Now let's see if Hiliski can lead this team into the end zone there. Because if you're Northwestern, that's what you want to get into the end zone. Shotgun formation, quick pass to the receiver. He catches it, and this time Northwestern is sure to get him with the tackle. They weren't playing games this time, got back there and got the tackle. Let's see. Braden says the last time Central Michigan played Oklahoma State, they beat them. Jay said, we get college football Thursday through Monday next week. I'm pumped. And so Jay's excited. Mike says, JB&M the best two quarterbacks in college football to you. And so that's the easiest question yet. CJ Stroud and Bryce Young, hands down top two quarterbacks in college football. Of course, Bryce Young with Alabama, CJ Stroud with The Ohio State University. Those two are the best in college football by far. But there's some other good options out there. Now, there are some other good options out there, but those are the top two. But here we go, guys. 3rd and 10 here. And so Northwestern's going to toss it to the back off the right side there. And so picked up 2 yards. Don't like that play call right there. Don't like that play call at all. But they played it conservative on that play. And so now we will see the field goal unit come out here from the Nebraska 17-yard line. And so what that tells me, when you call a play like that on 3rd and 10, you don't have very much confidence in your quarterback, honestly, or either your offense in general. When you call a play like that on 3rd down, I really don't like that play call at all. It's obvious that Nebraska has been flying to the ball defensively. And so you had an opportunity to try to extend the drive. But anyways, 35-yard field goal attempt coming up. Kick is up and kick is good. So Northwestern gets on the scoreboard there. And the score right now is Nebraska 7, Northwestern 3. But yeah, there's going to be a lot of good games, though. A lot of good games. Yeah, just looking at the college football schedule. I mean, hey, we even got that Cincinnati versus Arkansas game. And so last year, two teams that really did tremendous last year. We know Cincinnati lost a lot of pieces, though. I will say that from obviously Sauce Gardner being gone to Desmond Ritter being gone. So Cincinnati lost a lot of pieces. I'll be intrigued to see how they're going to look going down to an SEC opponent in Arkansas. And so that's a good game as well. So there's a lot of good games to look forward to, honestly, in week 1. For sure. But again, currently we are at the commercial right now. And the score is Nebraska up 7-3 over Northwestern. Northwestern just got the field goal, though. All right, let's see. Jay says, we will see what Caleb Williams does, too. And so, yes, we will see what he does as well. For sure. Mike says no Rattler respect. To get respect, you gotta earn respect, Mike. And so that was his problem. That was his problem last year. He was self-proclaimed so good, but I mean honestly, he was not worth the hype. And so he lost his job there, and now he lost his team. And so now he's running to South Carolina. That's what he did. Let's see. 80 says, JB, can I interest you in an NIL deal? And so sign me up. Sign me up. 80 says, Mike, JB loves Rattler. And so that is not the case. Not the case. Not the case at all. And so just to recap what's taking place so far, we have Austin Pride right now trailing Western Kentucky 14 to 10 in the second quarter of their game right now. So the Hilltoppers on top of that one. Let's see if anybody else currently playing right now. And so yeah, that game is in motion right now. Jay says Rattler needed to be humbled. And so Yeah, he definitely did. Definitely did. But you know what? That could have been bad. I mean, because honestly, somebody could have made the mistake of drafting him and he could have ruined the franchise, honestly. And so let him come back for another year and let's see what he does in South Carolina. You know, like we like a good comeback story. Let's see what he does at South Carolina. Does the kid have some ability? Yeah, he does, and so we'll see what he does down there at the Gamecocks. You know, can he help elevate them? Because if he wants to restore his image, take a team like South Carolina and make them competitive, and then that'll do a lot for you. We can't unsee what we saw last year, but you can bounce back for sure. All right, so Northwestern getting ready for the kickoff here. All right, kickoff on the way. Gets it at the 1. He's at the 10. And he goes out of bounds at about the 20-yard line here. So let's see Nebraska here. This time they're not pinned against their own 1 yard line, so they can get back to calling their play. And let's see if they can move the ball like they did the first time that they had it. This will be their third drive of the game. Will it look like the first drive or will it look like the last drive? Let's see. Let's see. Braden says 80s JB wants an NIL deal from Omaha Productions. And so I will pass on that. I will pass. All right, but here we go, guys. First and 10. Again, still here in the first quarter with 2 minutes and 8 seconds left to go. In Nebraska up 7-3 over Northwestern. Casey Thompson and company getting ready to go to work here for the Cornhuskers. They're going to want to get back to the tempo. That was working great for them on their first drive. But here we go. One back in the backfield, two tight ends. Take the snap. Hands it to the back, up the middle. Looking for some room there. Picks up a yard on the carry before being stuffed by Northwestern. Second and 9 coming up here. That was Grant on the carry. A minute 50 left to go in the first quarter. Old man says, Rattler reminds me of Manziel, a cocky young player who thinks and acts like he can't do nothing wrong. Meanwhile, on that carry there, that's going to be a nice pickup on the play. Bringing up third and 1. So he picked up 8 yards on the carry there up the middle. And let's see. And so Lost, what's good with you? What's good with you? Meanwhile, they hand the ball to the back. That looks like he picked up the first down. Let's see where they mark him at, but it's going to be a first down on that carry there. So Grant went up the middle, got the first down there. And so now a fresh new set of downs here to work with for Nebraska. Need to see that tempo continue to be upbeat. This is what works for them so far, so let's stick with it. All right, here we go. Two receivers here, two tight ends in the back. Play fake. Thompson throws it, and it is completed by the receiver, and he's going to take it all the way to their 45-yard line here. So another nice pickup here. That was Brown with the reception here for the Cornhuskers. They're up 7-3 right now. Great job that time there, giving Thompson time. If you give Thompson time, he's going to go out there, and he's going to make the defense pay. So if you're Northwestern, you want to find a way to get some pressure on them. All right, but here we go, guys. Shotgun formation here. Two receivers, two tight ends in the back. Takes a snap. Thompson steps up. Gonna go deep. He was hit while he went deep. And, oh, incomplete. Incomplete. Despite the fact that there was pressure around him, he did a good job of getting the ball up there and giving his receiver a chance, but ultimately, the receiver unable to bring that one in. But you can see as he was stepping into that one, he got hit while he threw it. So great job still being able to make that throw with that kind of touch. I like the way that he puts the ball up there. That time, it's in the receiver hand. Palmer just got to fight through that contact and make that play there. But it was there. All right, second and 10 coming up here. Thompson takes the snap there, and it's caught by the receiver. Makes the first guy miss. Makes the second guy miss. Lowers the shoulder and takes it all the way to the 37-yard line. That time the official tripped on the play. But we got a first down here, so I like what I'm seeing from this Nebraska offense here. I really do like, and I like the touch that this kid throw with. There's a lot of quarterbacks here that don't throw with great touch, but Thompson, he's throwing with tremendous touch, and he's got receivers that can go up there and flat out get the ball. But here we go. They take the snap here, going to hand it to the back, and the back up the middle picks up about a yard in the carry. So that's going to make it second and 9. Second and 9 coming up here. Again, the Cornhuskers up 7-3. And that should take us to the end of the first quarter. So at the end of the first quarter right now, Nebraska leads 7-3 over Northwestern. And Nebraska's moving the ball here, but that'll stop play for right now. And so, since we're currently about to hit the commercial right now, I mean, so far, both quarterbacks looking pretty good so far in this one. Northwestern, Casey Thompson, 6 and 9 passing, 83 yards, and got the touchdown, no interceptions. Meanwhile, for Northwestern, Ryan Hilliski, he's 7 and 7 passing for 43 yards. They're a bit more conservative on Northwestern side of the ball here. On the ground as a team, Nebraska 7 carries for 21 yards, and Northwestern 8 carries for 24 yards so far. Let's see. Mike says, JB, have you seen the Teo special on Netflix? And so I haven't watched it myself, but I did hear a friend of mine tell me a bit about it. And so we were actually talking about that yesterday as well, but I hadn't watched it in its entirety myself yet. Let's see, Mike says, did Teo have a good career? Never heard about him much. And so the thing about Monte Teo, like you have to go back to that college football season when Notre Dame made it to the national championship. And like he was doing so good, like he was one of the few defensive players that got Heisman consideration. I'll just say consideration, but he was certainly a tremendous linebacker at the college level. I mean, Bama blew Notre Dame out in the national championship. Then from there, he got drafted. He did good by the fact of being able to extend an NFL career. That's good. I mean, did he ever live up to the height that he had at college? Probably not. But he was still a solid linebacker. Still a solid linebacker, I will say. So, but definitely what took place though, that certainly did hurt his image a lot as well. During that time, but yeah, in terms of how his career was pretty. It was okay. It was okay. I would compare it to some of the other, like I think of some of the historic, like 49ers and Chargers linebackers of the like 2010 era. Like they were just okay to good. So I would say that's the kind of career that he had there. But he did a good job of just staying in the NFL as long as he did. Let's see. Old man says, JB, my uncle has been real quiet since Basic Baker beat the Bills and he lost that $100. And so I know that hurt. I know that hurt because I did not think that was going to be the case there. But yeah, he did it. He did it. 80 says, "Oh man, $100 is a chump change to JB," and so not necessarily, not necessarily now, not necessarily. Mike says, Darnell Audrey is a former American football player who played college football at Northwestern University. In his sophomore season, he helped lead the 1995 Northwestern Wildcats to the bowl. And so, all right, and let's see. Mike says Rose Bowl. Let's see. Old man says, I hope so, 80s. That means his job actually doing the right thing and paying him good. And it's more about making my uncle cry than the money. And so I hear you there, old man. I hear you there. But yeah, we're currently still right now at the commercial. But guys, college football being here, who do you guys like in terms of your college football national championship? Way too early pick. Who do you guys like for that way too early selection? You guys know as a Buckeyes fan, I'm gonna say Ohio State, but we got reason to believe. We got reason to believe that offense is going to be video game crazy-ish, and the defense is going to be much improved and stuff like that. The addition of the defensive coordinator coming over from Oklahoma State will make all the difference. 9 of our best, tacklers coming back on the defense, so they've got to improve. We can't be worse than what we were last year. We simply cannot be defensively, and so once the defense improves as well, look out. Look out. That's all I can say. Look out. That Heisman Trophy is coming to C.J. Stroud. Believe it. Believe it. Let's see. Mike says, Baker is cooking something up, JB. He is cooking. And I got a feeling Baker's watching my stream in silence. And everything I say is just motivating him more and more. Meanwhile, the snap there, and Thompson just did a great job of just catching it. Still threw it. And was that caught? Was that a catch? That was a catch. Whoa, look at that. So it was a bad snap there, or he didn't handle the snap, and then he somehow collected it in stride, was still able to make that tough throw and get the completion. That's Thompson for you, and that's what he adds to this offense. I mean, don't get me wrong, Martinez was good, but this kid is great. And so Nebraska fans, rejoice, because this kid right here, he's going to make a difference. Meanwhile, there was a Northwestern player that was injured. He's limping off the field there, hoping that he's okay. But we got a 1st and 10 right now. All right, so here we go. 1st and 10 right now. Ball at the 22-yard line of the Wildcats. Nebraska snaps the ball, going to head to the back off the right side. Nothing there. Nothing there. Picked up about a yard in the play. Got 2nd down coming up. Let's see. All right, so I'm seeing some good stuff. Old man says Ohio State winning it all. You already know. Braden says Ohio State. Appreciate that, man. Appreciate that coming from a Hawkeyes fan. We'll take that. We'll take that. Mike says, I don't even know top 25 yet. No JB video. And so you're right about that. You're right about that. You're right about that. But here we go. 2nd and 9 here. Play fake. Thompson going deep. Caught by the receiver there. Let's see where they mark his forward progress at. That will determine where the ball's going to be spotted at. They say 3rd down here. Should be 3rd and about 1. But yeah, Mike, once we get past, I want to say like the opening week and stuff like that, then we'll get to that top 25 coming out and stuff like that. But absolutely. All right, here we go, guys. 3rd and 1. Again, we're here in the 2nd quarter with 13 minutes and 40 seconds to go. And right now, the Cornhuskers, who lead this one 7-3, take the snap out of the shotgun. Gonna throw it, and it is gonna be caught. He's about 3 yards, about 2 or 3 yards away from the end zone there, but a tremendous catch. He took the hit there, but held on to the ball. Gotta respect the guy who's gonna go up and keep the ball despite getting hit. And that's Palmer there for you. And Thompson, he puts the ball up high for you. But here we go, taking a snap out of the shotgun. Hands it to the back, and the back picks up about a yard on a carry, but he's still going to be about a yard or 2 from the end zone. So we got 2nd and goal coming up here for the Cornhuskers. All right, let's see. Braden says, my playoff picks, though, are Alabama, Ohio State, Clemson, and Georgia. And so I see no flaw with that. I see no flaw with that at all. Let's see. Mike says Central Michigan going all the way. All right, here we go. Heavy package here. Thompson hands it to the back. In the back, he's pushing. And oh, Northwestern won that battle that time. If the offensive line would have just came in and just gave him a little bit more of a push and a little bit more momentum, that could have been a touchdown. But they fell just shy of getting into the end zone. All right, guys, here we go. 3rd and goal here. Heavy formation again. Takes a snap. Heads it to the back again. And the back. Oh, no, he still can't get there. Still cannot get there. That Wildcat defense is bearing down right now. Now we got a 4th and 1 coming up here. I would imagine Northwestern's going to go for this one. But, man, if they get stopped here, that Wildcat defense, that'll be crazy. So far on this drive, 14 plays, 79 yards in about 5 minutes in terms of time of possession off the clock. 4th down coming up here. This could be huge. Like every other year, Northwestern has a great year, so they're due for a great year. And it's usually led by the defense. Can the defense come out and make a statement here? 4th and 1. Nebraska's going to go for it. I probably would go ahead and do a quarterback sneak, honestly. Let's see. Braden says, you know I don't like Nebraska, JB, but their offense is looking good. Mike says, wait, is this week 1? It's week 0, Mike. It's actually week 0. That's what this week is. Receiver goes in motion. Thompson's going to keep it himself. That's in there. That's a touchdown. And so a touchdown, Casey Thompson there kept it himself. Said, I'll do it myself. And so gets into the end zone there. He's responsible for 2 touchdowns so far in this game. 1 through the air, 1 on the ground. And that's going to give Nebraska a 13-3 lead. That's why they're going to love this kid this season here. He's going to make all the difference in ensuring that these drives result in some points. That time, though, Nebraska was keying in on Grant. They were not going to let Grant get in there. And so Thompson did it himself before the defense was able to get progress and push him back. So now we got the PAT attempt coming up here in the 2nd quarter with 11 minutes and 59 seconds to go. Let's see. Mike says, don't see other games. And then Braden says, Ohio State only loss will be Iowa. That will not happen, Braden. We will not lose this upcoming season. We can't do it. I can't allow it to happen. Cannot allow it to happen. All right, so the extra point attempt. Snap is good. Hold is good, kick is up, and that's good. So it's 14-3 right now over the Wildcats. And so when we come back, let's see how the Wildcats do offensively. Can they come up with some kind of points here in the second quarter, trailing 14-3 with 11 minutes and 59 seconds to go in the second quarter? Let's see. Meanwhile, since we're at the commercial right now, the other game that's currently on right now, Austin Pride versus Western Kentucky. Western Kentucky still leading that one 14-10 in the second quarter with 9 minutes and 46 seconds to go in that matchup. But yeah, so far in this one though, I mean Casey Thompson, 10-13 passing, 132 yards through the air, one touchdown, no interceptions. Also, he had that quarterback keeper for the touchdown as well. And so Casey making plays here for Nebraska. Meanwhile, for Northwestern, I mean Ryan Hilliski, he is 7-7 passing for 43 yards, no touchdowns, no interceptions. Right now, Northwestern looks a bit too conservative on offense. I feel like you've got to be able to take a couple shots here. I get it, playing it safe, but you cannot be conservative here. You got to make some plays here and throw the ball downfield occasionally. Let's see. 80 says, TD, do a there you go, do a shot. Let's see. Old man says, JB, my uncle wants to put 125 on a Rams versus Bills game. And so, are you going to do it? Are you going to do it? The Rams versus the Bills there. How is Matthew Stafford recovering from his injury? That's the question I want to know before that. Like if I was in that situation there, how's Matthew Stafford's situation been playing out? Let's see. Mike says, sorry, JB, we go through this every year. Brandon says, remember when we blew you out in 2017, JB? And so there's no need to remember that, Braden. There's no need to remember that at all. Let's see. Mike says, who Ohio State quarterback and receivers? And so, yeah, so at quarterback, CJ Stroud. At wide receiver, they have many guys at wide receiver there, from Marvin Harrison's son, Marvin Harrison Jr. He's going to be one of the guys that's going to be up and coming there at wide receiver. And of course, they kept what's his name? Jackson. I believe it's Jackson Smith was his last name. But he was tremendous last year. Tremendous last year. So they have guys like that at wide receiver. So I'm excited about that Ohio State offense, honestly. I am really excited about those guys. All right, give me 1 second, guys. All right, let's see. Lewis says stop. Jay says, I really wish I had my old 360 to play NCAA football 14. And so, well, Jay, I actually still have mine. I have the updated rosters as of last year. Once the new college football season gets on the way, I'll see if they've updated the rosters there, then probably download the most recent rosters there. But yeah, I mean, I love it. I love it. I still love it to this day, and I cannot wait for the new college football game to come out. I just hope that it's a high quality game and stuff like that, and it just reminds me of the kind of joy that I used to have playing the original like NCAA football games. So we'll see what it looks like though, but there will be some changes for sure. Let's see. Old man says, you already know, JB, I'm about to take that 125. I figured you would. All right, so meanwhile, we had the kickoff there. So let's see what the Wildcats offense can do here. They're trailing 14-3 here. I'm going to need to see Northwestern try to get into the end zone here. We like rooting for the underdogs in this one, and so they are the underdogs. And so I want to see a good game, though. That's what I want to see, a good game. Let's see. Mike says, my Bills got running back now. James Cook will crush the Rams. Brandon says, I still remember it, JB. All right, guys, here we go for Northwestern here with the football. Shotgun formation here. 2 receivers, multiple tight ends, and 1 back. Looking to the sideline for adjustments here. Again, opposite of Nebraska when it comes to the tempo. Takes the snap there. Quarterback keeps it. Throws it. Caught by the receiver. Lowers his shoulder. Takes it all the way to the 48-yard lines. And so big time pickup there. Picked up 21 yards. That was Thomas Gordon there with the reception. Big time play, and that's what I need to see more of from Northwestern here. You make plays like that, you're going to get some points. I promise you that. Let's see. Old man says, plus we bet another 100 on Bills not going 17 and 0. Did he really put 100 on the Bills going 17 and 0? I got to get back to that after this play. But meanwhile, Ryan throws it up there and it's incomplete there. But I do like the ball placement there. It gave his receiver a chance. Washington unable to make that play though. Incomplete. But man, really, he put 100 on the Bills going undefeated. I mean, even if I thought that they were, that's many things can go wrong. From an injury to the last game, they just don't play their starters. Maybe so anything can go wrong like that. So wow, I can't believe he did that. I can't believe he did that. And you say so I would win 225 if the Rams win. And so wow, that's a nice payday right there, old man. Nice one. Meanwhile, Northwestern heads to the back. He has some space here, and he's going to pick up 11 yards on the play and a first down here for the Wildcats. And so the Wildcats moving the ball here. Gotta love it. Gotta love it. That time, though, they had a lot of room to work with. Excellent blocking on that play. I saw multiple lanes that he could have taken on that one. Let's see, Mike says, how many thumbs up, JB? That's a great question, but everybody make sure you press the thumbs up button if you have not already. And so here we go, 1st and 10. Two receivers towards the top of the screen here. Got a tight end and a back. Play fake. Ryan with it, throws it up deep. Has a man, and that's a touchdown for the Wildcats. And so here we go. They're on the board with their first offensive touchdown here. And so just like that, we have ourselves a game here. That's what I'm talking about right there. That's exactly what I wanted to see from Northwestern here. Because that time they went ahead, opened up the playbook here. Let's go deep here. Let's shoot our shot. Why not? Why not? And so let's see. Mike says our kicker is a creep. And so yeah, Mike, that was when I saw that when did I find out? Like on Thursday when I saw that, I could not believe that Buffalo opted to keep him, especially the fact that there was an open punter competition, and they already knew about this. And so I could not believe that they opted to keep him. Still in disbelief that he's still on the roster. Meanwhile, the extra point is on the way, so it's 14-10. Because that is a serious accusation against him. But man, the Wildcats got the touchdown, they got the extra point, and so now the score is Cornhuskers 14, Wildcats 10, but the Wildcats just got into the end zone, so they're feeling mighty good. They have not forgotten what took place last year, and they want revenge. They want revenge. Let's see. Mike says maybe worse. Let's see. Mike says safe bet, easy money. Mike says, JB, you see Deion Dawkins restructured Bills loading back up money. And so I see that, Mike. I see. And so 80 says, JB, your NCAA doesn't want a blowout. I don't think anybody wants a blowout. 80s, nobody wants a blowout. Let's see. Mike says, Bills trade Ford, save $5 million. And so that's not a bad option. Jay says, score update. All right, appreciate the update. You say Western Kentucky 21 and Austin Pride 10. And so 21-10. So the Hilltoppers up on that one, 21-10. Okay. Bet. But again, we're currently right now here in the second quarter with 10 minutes and 58 seconds to go in this one. When we come back, let's see how Nebraska responds. Let's see. Braden says, Austin P staying in the game. And so, yeah, staying in the game, but definitely want to go ahead and keep scoring for sure. But again, currently right now at the commercial. Here for week 0 of the college football season. That's right, you heard me right, week 0. All right, let's see. Old man says they should let the family of the girl 5 minutes alone each. 5 minutes each alone with each of the guys. No charges or no jail time for the family. That's right. Exactly. I agree with that, old man. And let's see, Mike says, how the pass roster shaping up. And so, I mean, aside from all the injuries, Mike, aside, because every time I look, there's somebody going down, honestly, and stuff like that. But we're going to see the type of cuts that Bill Belichick ends up making, though. Like, we will see. Obviously, running back position, that's going to be a strength there. But there's still some questions, Mike. There's still some questions there. I've got some concerns. I've got some concerns about the Patriots rosters there. But I'm going to have faith that we're going to make the right decisions. I will have faith with that. But I'll certainly be looking to see the type of moves that they will make when they trim down the roster. Let's see. Jay says, what does everybody use to stream games? I got a Roku stick and love it. And so, good old Roku stick. Good old Roku stick. So that is what's up. And Lewis says no. Lewis is not happy with all the scores right now. I take it Lewis just looked at the scoreboard and was like, no. Let's see. Mike says lots of talent getting cut, and so yeah, I mean a lot of talent out there. Honestly, it's a combination of injuries sometimes that can ruin somebody's odds to make the team. What the team needs, the system they're trying to run, but sometimes it's just bad luck, just pure bad luck. Maybe you're stuck with a quarterback that can't throw you the ball, and you're a receiver, so you don't get to shine. It's just sometimes bad luck, or maybe a penalty wipes out a play. But man, excellent tackle there, tripping him up on the play there. And so now we'll see what Nebraska can do here offensively on this drive. Does anybody give Oregon a chance to beat UGA next week? Let me know. Does anybody give Oregon a shot to beat UGA? Because UGA did lose a lot of players on defense. And so, do you guys give them a real chance? Let's see. Old man says, JB, I would bet if you ask your dad or any other OGs, they would all say the same thing. There used to be codes and rules that these young guys don't follow them. And so that is a fact. That is a fact. Meanwhile, Nebraska there picks up the first down. There is a penalty. You just can't. So you got to be mentally smart when you're out there. Stuff like that. You see the guy clearly going out of bounds, and then if you hit him like that and you get an additional penalty like that, that is going to hurt your team even more. Look at that. Personal foul. Coaches hate these types of penalties right here. We're in a big time game here. A conference game to open the season. Guy going out of bounds and you know it. Matter of fact, he's already out of bounds. And you still decide you want to hit him. And then you put your hand up as if you didn't know what happened. Like somebody just took control of your body, like one of them ghosts of Sam Darnold C just took over you and made you do it. But here we go, guys. Shotgun formation here for the Cornhuskers. Take the snap. Thompson steps up. Thompson heaves it deep. And incomplete. That time the receiver just ran out of room there. That's it. Just ran out of room there. Washington, the intended receiver. 2nd and 10 coming up here. Let's see. Old man says he got a fire stick. Bet. Mike says, would you ever stream 2 games in one day? Mike, I had did that when I first started streaming. I had did that before, and it took so much energy out of me. I promised myself I would never do that to myself again. And so, yeah, that would not happen. That would not happen. Meanwhile, Thompson throws the ball. Incomplete. 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 I would say that the odds are very low. It would have to be like a game that would end pretty quick. So maybe like a college basketball game if one came very early in the morning and then one came at night or something like that. Potentially in the future. Old man said, that is so stupid. Why would you do that? You know better. That's right. You have to know better. But here we go. Thompson throws it across the middle, completed. His receiver falls at the 35-yard line of Northwestern. He had to go up there to catch that one, but hey, I love it. One thing about Thompson, he puts the ball up there and he puts it up there high. So his receivers go up there and get it. And he's got the kind of guys to go up there and make the play. All right, so here we go for Nebraska, up 14-10 with the football. Thompson takes a snap here, play fake, looking, on the move, feels the pressure, throws it, complete. Oh, wow, he made the first guy miss, and he takes it all the way to about the 11-yard line. So, man, look at that. These Cornhuskers, they are moving the ball. Look at that. But I like the way how Thompson is still accurate. Wait a second. That is Northwestern with the ball here. I thought it was caught by the... Wow. I didn't see a replay here. So Was he down? That's the question. Was he down? I need to see where his knee was. Was he down? What do you guys think? Was he down? Do you think it's Northwestern football? What do you think? Looking at the replay here, let's see. All right, so I see the knee looks like it's down, but I don't know where the ball is at the time that that first knee hits. All right, so the play's under review right now, but that's close. That is close. Let's see. 80 says JB record is 4 games in 1 day. 4 games in 1 day, 80s. Let's see. Old man says that head coach about to snap on that player. I can't blame him. Braden says Casey Thompson making nice passes. Yes, he is. Jay says you picked Georgia. Okay, so you got UGA winning 27-17. I could certainly see that being the case at 27-17. I could see that. Let's see. Old man says I would feel bad for you, JB. Those draft videos were long enough. Can't imagine 2 games, and so yeah, I've done 2 games before, but I quickly realized if I'm going to last the duration of an entire season, I cannot afford to do 2 games in 1 day. I cannot. And then I also realized typically when you stream 2 times in 1 day, you might get a lot of people to show up for the first one, but then the second one, it won't be as much. And so, yeah, I learned my lesson. I learned my lesson about that. So for the near future, that won't be the case. All right, let's see. Mike says, come on, 2K. Mike says down. So Mike says he's down. Mike says he's down. I think he's down too, but the fact that they gave the ball to Northwestern, you guys see enough evidence here to overturn it. But it looks like the knee is down. The knee is down. He still has possession. Even the linebacker looks like he's about to rip it out. But I say it's down. If I'm the official, I'm saying that this is down. And it's still Northwestern ball. I'm sorry, Nebraska ball. That's what I would say. That it's still the Cornhuskers football. Jay says he needs to tuck that ball, but I think he's down. Mike says down all day. Braden says it's really close, but I don't think he fumbled before his knee is down. Mike says if we can get you to JB 4K, would you reward Nation with 2? If we were able to get to 4K, Mike, like 4K, legitimate subs and stuff like that, then I would have to find a game. It would probably be a college basketball game and all like that to try to do 2 in a row because I feel like that would be the shortest of all of them. But man, I mean, hey, they say it's Northwestern football, guys. So here we go. 1st and 10 here for the Wildcats. Run the ball off the right side and takes it to the 11-yard line on that carry. So yeah, big time fumble recovery there for the Wildcats. I don't know if I like that call, but wow. Let's see. Mike says no ball movement robbery. Yeah, I noticed that. Jay says wow. Braden says that's a bad call. So JB Nation not excited about that call. But here we go for the Wildcats. Shotgun formation here. Takes a snap. Going to hand it to the back. In the back. Shakes off the first guy. Shakes off the second guy. Still in his foot right now. Look at him go. And so, wow. Excellent job on that run right there. And he got a first down there. Wow. And so that was Hull on that one. And wow, I thought honestly that the Cornhuskers were going to get him in the backfield. Made the first guy miss. Good job. Got away from the second guy. And then from there, I thought he was going to try to race to the outside there. But excellent job on that one with the carry. Let's see. Here we go. Shotgun takes a snap here. Fakes it to the back. Throws it. And it's going to be caught. Picked up 2 yards on that play. So now we got 2nd and 8 coming up here from about the 28-yard line. Here in the second quarter with 8 minutes and 43 seconds to go. Cornhuskers up 14-10. But it's Northwestern here. You got a turnover here. First turnover of the game here. So let's see what you do with it. 2nd and 9. Both quarterbacks looking good in this game. Here we go. Shotgun. Takes a snap. They're calling the screen. They throw it to the back. He has some room to work with. He's still running. Cuts it back. Other side here. He's at the 50 and goes out of bounds at about the 46-yard line of the Cornhuskers. It's funny how things can change in the blink of an eye. 1 second, I'm thinking Nebraska's about to score a touchdown, and now it looks like the Wildcats are about to do something extremely wild right now and score themselves here and try to take the lead. Just like that. Wow. It's funny how things change in just a year because last year, Nebraska had their way with them. But here we go. Quarterback fakes it. Ball gets deflected, and so incomplete. 2nd and 10 coming up here for the Wildcats. Let's see. Mike says, call the police. Ice robbery in progress. Braden says, LOL. Mike. Jay says, hit the thumbs up, y'all. That's right. Hit the thumbs up button if you haven't done so already. And if you're someone that's new that's watching, be sure to go ahead and subscribe to the channel as well. But here we go. One back in the backfield, 2 tight ends, 2 wide receivers. They're looking to the sideline for adjustments here. They have great field position now. Got to take advantage of it. Gives it to the back, and the back off the up nowhere to go off the left side there. He's brought down for a loss of about 2-3 yards on that carry. Nebraska was not having it. Buford Jr. and company got in there for the stop. 3rd and 12 coming up here. So 3rd and long, these are the type of situations that you want to avoid here if you're Northwestern. You rather it be like 3rd and 7 or less, 3rd and 6, 3rd and 5, something like that, rather than 3rd and 12. But let's see if Northwestern can make a play here on 3rd down and keep this drive going. So far in this game, they are 1 of 3 on 3rd downs. Making adjustments here on the line. 10 seconds right now on the play clock. Wildcats take the snap here. Quarterback throws it. Caught by the running back, but he's tackled immediately there. May have picked up possibly 2 yards on the catch, but that's it. 7 minutes to go here in the 2nd quarter, and so Northwestern will have to punt the ball. And again, the score right now is Cornhuskers up 14-10. Excellent tackle there by the defense. All right, let's see. Lewis says Northwestern ball. Jay says Northwestern running game. Balling right now. Mike says I'm rooting Huskers unless we get lots of Northwestern fans in here. Who you want? And so Mike says listen to Jay. Thumbs up. Appreciate that. Braden says momentum is a funny thing. And so that it is. That's one thing that the last couple of Maddens have taught me. Punts on the way. Fair catch caught at about the 6-yard line, and that is where Nebraska will be taking off. So far, this punter for Northwestern doing a tremendous job with his punts. This kid came to punt today. You won't hear me to say that every day, but this kid, he's come to punt today. Let's see. 80 says, I wonder if they are serving corned beef and hash instead of hot dogs and pizza, LOL. Jay says, LOL, true. I wonder what the concessions are like at this game. And so that is a very good question. I wonder that as well. Mike says, Papa John's official pizza of JB Nation. You already know. Lewis says he liked the call. Braden says next touchdown, JB has to do the Irish jig. Mike says Arby's official roast beef sandwich. All this talk about food. But we are currently right now at the commercial. And so let's see. All right, so there, yeah, that Western Kentucky game is at the half against Austin Pie, but it's 21-17. 21-17 in their score. They're at halftime right now. So they're a little bit ahead of us. Let's see. Mike says agreed. 80 says he would kill to see JB dance, Braden. Yeah, JB. That's not gonna happen there. That is not gonna happen. That is not gonna happen. And so let's see. Mike says JB, you like Rubens, and so absolutely, absolutely, absolutely. Mike says he had his first Cuban sandwich recently, very good. And so yeah, Mike, in terms of Cuban sandwiches, like growing up in Florida, that was very common that I would get Cuban sandwiches. And so those things do taste amazing, especially if you go to the right place and get it. Those taste amazing. Absolutely amazing. That's one of the things that I miss about living in Florida and stuff like that, was just the right variety of different Cuban sandwiches for sure. All right, but again, we're currently right now at the commercial. But hey, this has been a great game so far. A great game. Let's see. Mike says, "What are those tasty Greek taco things?" Braden says, "JB will dance if Ohio State wins the championship." And so, well, that's different right there, Braden. That is different right there. You know, you got to celebrate the championships. You know, so that is different. That is different. Lewis says, "Need another stop." Mike says, "You remember what in them, JB?" And so, let's see. Trying to remember exactly what is in them. It's been a minute, Mike. It has been a minute. Like we got to go back to about 2007 or something like that. So it's been a minute for me. It's been a minute for me. It has been a minute. But getting ready to return back to the action here. All right, so here we go for the Cornhuskers. Thompson, the punter, center, going to head to the back off the left side. But that time the Wildcats getting the stop. Everybody got there on that play, and that's what you want to see if you're the coach. Everybody rushing to get there. Let's see. Braden says, "Saw a giant Super Bowl ring for sale. JB, you should buy." Very funny right there. Very, very funny. All right, here we go, guys. 2nd and 9 here. Again, second quarter, 5 minutes and 48 seconds to go. Thompson takes the snap here. Thompson throws it, and that is going to be completed. And the receiver goes out of bounds almost at the 15-yard line there. So nice catch on the play. Third down coming up. 5 minutes and 40 seconds to go here in the second quarter. 3rd and 3 coming up here for the Cornhuskers. They want to try to continue to keep this drive going. Last time they had a good thing going, was unable to score a touchdown. This time, can they do it? Tight end goes in motion. 3 receivers, 1 tight end, 1 back. Out of the shotgun formation, facing 3rd and 3. Casey Thompson throws the ball across the middle to the tight end. Tight end catches the ball. That's going to be a first down there for the Cornhuskers. They will extend the drive. Let's see, old man says, JB Thornton has surgery today. It is at least 6 to 8 weeks until he can play again. Okay, so that's 6 to 8 week time frame. Okay. Okay. Yeah, really concerned about the offense, old man. A lot more concerned than I was entering into the preseason for sure. Here we go, 1st and 10, shotgun formation here. 3 receivers, 1 tight end, 1 back. Thompson gets the snap. Gonna throw it across the middle. Incomplete. Incomplete. Ball got knocked up there. Luckily, it's just incomplete. 2nd down coming up here. 2nd and 10. Mike says Buccaneers play Mr. JB team. And so, yes, Mr. JB wants to see his starters play. He really wants them to get a lot of reps, especially the offense. But here we go. Shotgun formation here for Nebraska. Receiver goes in motion. Takes a snap out of the shotgun. Going to hit to the back off the left side there. Has some room to work with here. Utilizing that speed. Goes out of bounds at about the 30-yard line there. So about a good 3 yards shy of getting to the first down marker. 3rd down coming up here. Again, here in the second quarter with 4 minutes and 44 seconds to go. In the second quarter. Facing 3rd and 2. And so let's see. Braden says, "What happened to Thornton?" And so yeah, Tycon Thornton. Yeah. How did he get injured again, old man? I forget. How did he get injured again? Meanwhile, hand the ball to the back, up the middle, and he's going to pick up about half a yard on that one. But it's still going to be 2 yards short of getting the first down. So 4th down coming up here, and they will have to punt the ball from their own 31-yard line here. And so right now, I mean, Nebraska, if you're a Nebraska fan, you definitely remember last year there was a lot of close games. When I say a lot of close games, a lot of close games, regardless of who you played. And they lost so many of them last year. And so I wonder if those Nebraska players, if they're like, as this game goes on, like, man, we don't want to repeat of last year where you just went out there and lost close games. So we'll see how that impacts them mentally moving forward. But the punt's on the way. And Faircott caught at about the 23-yard line there, and that's where Northwestern's going to take over when we come back from the commercial. Trailing right now 14-10 here in the second quarter with 4 minutes and 20 seconds to go. But again, currently right now at the commercial. But yeah, okay, so yeah, Braden, to answer that question about what happened to Tyquan Thornton, it was against the Carolina Panthers game where he suffered a collarbone injury. And so that is what happened to Tyquan Thornton, unfortunately. Very unfortunate. Let's see. Let's see. So Lewis says, good defensive game now. Come on, Lewis. But I get it. I get it. Braden says they were probably the best 3-9 team ever. And so I mean, when we talk about the best of the 3-9 teams, I mean, I'm not going to think of another team that you can pretty much argue against that with. But absolutely. And when you have a situation like that, that tells me that you probably just needed a little bit better quarterback play in a lot of those games, and that would have made the biggest difference. And so bringing in a guy like Casey Thompson was exactly what they needed to do. But right now, the offense got to get back to moving the ball. But we'll see what Northwestern can do. Let's see, old man says, I'm back, JB, these dang Bill fans. And so, if the Bill fans are messing with him here, I wonder how long before my mic starts echoing again today. I wonder how long. But again, currently right now at the commercial. But yeah, so far for Nebraska, Casey Thompson, he's 14 of 20 passing the ball for 193 yards, one touchdown, no interceptions. For Northwestern, though, Ryan Hilleski, he's 12 of 14 passing the ball for 137 yards and a touchdown. And so let's see, Mike says, hey, YU. And again, we are in the second quarter now. Are in the second quarter here with about 3 minutes and 40 seconds left to go here before the half. All right, so here we go in the shotgun. 3 receivers, 1 tight end, 1 back. Here we go for Northwestern here. Takes a snap on first down. Quarterback in to throw it. Caught by the wide receiver. Lowers his shoulder there about a yard shy of the first, so picked up 9 yards on that one. 3 minutes and 30 seconds left to go here before the half. But yeah, Ryan has been looking good so far for Northwestern. But let's see, can they get a score on this drive? One back in the backfield here, and we're gonna go with 4 wide receivers here. Just need a yard. 2nd and 1. You spread them out with 4 receivers. Let's see if they try to run the ball up the middle. And they do. And hey, Nebraska stuffed it. They stuffed it. 3rd and 1 coming up. So 3rd and 1 coming up here. 2 minutes and 50 seconds to go here before the half. Again, Nebraska up 14-10 over Northwestern. Northwestern facing a 3rd and 1 here in the second quarter with 2 minutes and 30 seconds to go. Shotgun formation here. Takes a snap. Hands it to the back, and the back picks up enough for the first down. That's going to be a first down and a fresh new set of downs to work with. Let's see. Mike says, receiver Tyquan Smith left Friday's preseason win against the Chargers with a shoulder injury. And then ask if it's any good. Meanwhile, on first down, they threw the ball there. Incomplete. So 2nd and 10 coming up here. 2nd and 10 coming up here for the Wildcats here in the second quarter with 2 minutes and 13 seconds to go. All right, let's see. Meanwhile, 80s, he has the Derrick Henry symbol up here. Bet. King Henry. Lewis says punt again. And Lewis wanted the punt, y'all. He wanted the punt. But here we go, 2nd and 10 right now. 2 minutes and 13 seconds left to work with here. 1 back in the backfield here, multiple tight ends and 1 wide receiver. I'm sorry, 2 receivers. They hand it to the back, up the middle. And he picks up 6 yards on the carry. So it's going to make it third and manageable here coming up here. 3rd and 4. Let's see. Mike says, Patriots quarterback Bailey Zappi completed 10 of 14 passes for 84 yards and an interception in the Patriots preseason final against the Raiders. And so Mike says, 80s used the Air Allen logo. JB put in it for the members. And so you know what? It's not a bad one to add. Not a bad one to add at all. But there was a timeout called by Northwestern here. 2 minutes and 4 seconds left to go here. 3rd and 4. All right, so 3rd and 4 here. Wildcats coming fresh off that timeout. Mike says the Seahawks have officially named Geno Smith their Week 1 starter at quarterback. Meanwhile, quarterback throws it, caught by the wide receiver. I think he's short. He looks like he's short, and he is short. Yeah, so he's short. So 4th down coming up here. All right, so that's a timeout there by Nebraska. Their second timeout called. So we had Nebraska's second timeout called. But yeah, Mike, how do you feel about the fact that Geno Smith is going to be the starting quarterback for the Seahawks here? I mean, I feel like he won it by default because nobody just went out there and won it. So he just gets it by default because he's already familiar with the receivers, pretty much. Lewis says punt. So Lewis is excited about the punt. All right, so here we go. 4th and 1, and looks like the Wildcats are going to opt to go for it. Let's see if they actually snap the ball. They could be trying to draw him off sides. Let's see. 5 seconds here. Quarterback sneak. Quarterback sneak. Did they get it? That's a first down. That is a first down. So the Wildcats, they roll the dice and they say, look, we're going to take our chances here. And they pick up the first down. Mike says, might be the best on the team. Never seen Locke play. And so, yeah, unfortunately, we were robbed that opportunity in the second preseason game when he got COVID. Pretty much that ended up costing him an opportunity. But, hey, last preseason game, he threw 3 picks, so he wasn't much of a better option. Meanwhile, they throw the ball to the receiver. He gets out of bounds there. 1:26 seconds left to go here. Picked up about a good 5 yards in the play. So we got 2nd and 5 coming up here. Mike says, Seahawks roster run, Russell run. So 2nd and 5 coming up here. Pretty good play calling. 18 pass plays, 16 runs. Quarterback takes a snap, looking, going to throw it to the back. Back catches it, makes the first guy miss. Gets the first down before going out of bounds. So great job on that play by the back. So Northwestern moving the ball here, getting out of bounds, preserving time. Lewis says run the clock. So Lewis wants to see them run the clock. All right, here we go, guys. 1st and 10. In the shotgun, 5 wide. Quarterback takes a snap for Northwestern. Throws it across the middle, completed. Receiver, he's got that guy beat. 20, 15, goes out at the 10-yard line. Talk about a matchup mismatch on that one. The linebacker had no business being out on anybody really in coverage as slow as he looked on that play. I mean, because if you look at it, that's all it came down to was simply the fact that we had a receiver versus a linebacker, and it showed. Let's see. Mike says, I have seen Gino play well before. Definitely not a starting long term option. And Lewis says, oh no. They're going to have to burn a timeout. 2 seconds here. 1 second here. Yeah, they're not getting that play snapped off in time. Ooh, delay of the game. And so I can't believe nobody called a timeout in the sideline. And man, Northwestern head coach right now, he is fired up. He is fired up. He is saying that he called a timeout. Oh, he is pissed. He is pissed. Wow. I mean, all you can do is signal the timeout, right? That's all you can do. But here we go. Receiver goes in motion here. So we got two receivers, two tight ends in the back. Quarterback takes the snap out of the shotgun, looking, throws it to the back, and he's going to take it to about the 9 yard line. Lewis says, let's go Nebraska defense. Let's see. Mike says, go out there, JB, gloves off. Which team is NFL and NFL are most quarterback needy? So the most quarterback needy team in the NFL, I would have to look at, honestly, I feel like it is Seattle, honestly. I'm trying to think. Like, I feel like it is Seattle. I feel like it has to be them. But Northwestern calls a timeout, so third down coming up. Third and goal right now. Northwestern trying to see if they can score a touchdown and take the lead here before the half. Let's see. Old man says, man, that head coach is ready to throw hands. Mike says, Little Mac 10 nose pressure on. But again, we had the timeout called there. And when we come back, just 30 seconds here before the half. So just 30 seconds here before the half. But both quarterbacks have looked tremendous in this one. You look at what Ryan's doing so far in this one for Northwestern. 19 to 22 passing for 210 yards, one touchdown, no interceptions. He's been looking pretty good out there passing the ball because both of these quarterbacks have had some time throwing the ball. Let's see. Mike says, any worse situation than the Seahawks, JB Nation? Lewis says the Commanders. But here we go. Takes a snap there, throws it in the end zone. That's going to be caught for a touchdown. So touchdown Wildcats. So just like that, a touchdown. So how about that? So Northwestern takes the lead in this one. Wow. Mike says swing arms. Quarterback threw it up there high, put it in a place where his receiver can get it, and only his receiver, and his receiver went up there and did just that. Extra point is good. All right, so 17 to 14 is the score. And now the Wildcats are leading this one over the Cornhuskers. So what a game. Two Big Ten teams here going at it here. And someone has to win this game and somebody's got to lose this game. But right now, with about 25 seconds to go here before the half, the score is Northwestern 17, Nebraska 14. Mike says, I feel like Commander's always a quarterback mess. If you ask me who's worse between Geno Smith and Carson Wentz, I'm going to tell you Geno Smith is worse every day of the week. Every day of the week. In my opinion, Carson Wentz is just a bad starter. Meanwhile, Geno Smith should not be a starter. He should not be. But yeah, this is pretty good right here offensively for Northwestern. Just 25 seconds though before the half, and so now we got Northwestern coming out here about to kick off the ball. And so Lewis is shaking his head. Mike says agreed. Mike says golf any good? Golf is just doing enough for Detroit to keep him because, quite frankly, Detroit learned with Matthew Stafford that if they don't have a team around their quarterback can't succeed. So, therefore, they're trying to build the rest of the roster up first. And Jared Goff, he has spurts, but I mean, the man gets hurt too much. He gets hurt too much. He's not the long term answer, but he's enough. He's enough right now to keep them complacent because it's Detroit. Nobody cares if they win, if they lose. Nobody's going to want the coach fired. So you can do whatever you want to do down there in Detroit and nobody's going to care because they're used to Detroit losing. That's the hard facts. Meanwhile, 80 says that JB loves Geno. All right, so out of the shotgun here. Thompson goes across the middle, complete it. I like his ball placement a lot when he passes the ball. Like I'm really harping on this kid's ball placement ability, his touch on his passes there. Hurrying up the offense here. 19 seconds though. First and 10. Got to get the snap off here. They only got one timeout and they want to reserve it. Takes the snap out of the shotgun. Throws it quickly. Caught by the wide receiver before he goes out of bounds. 11 seconds remaining here. So Casey Thompson showing us that experience there at the quarterback position here for Nebraska. Second and 10 from the 50-yard line, down by 3. Can they at least get in field goal range and give themselves a chance? Takes a snap out of the shotgun here. Holding it, feels the pressure. Throws it up there and throws it away. Throws it away. So now just 5 seconds here. So the fact is you got one timeout, but it's probably not going to help you here. Let's see, Mike says Browns are in a bad situation until Watson returns, basically. And so, yeah, but you know what? They did it to themselves, Mike. They did it to themselves. They knew the facts. They knew what they were going for. And, man, they gave that man guaranteed money like that, though. That's what got me. The kind of guaranteed money you got, I'm going to be like, look, we're doing you a solid, honestly, by bringing you here. The least you can do is not, give them that type of guaranteed money. But, man. All right, so we got a timeout called here. Northwestern. Again, just 5 seconds here before we get to halftime. And Northwestern up 17-14. Let's see. Mike says Sporting News has Seahawks worse at 32. And so, yeah, I agree. Yeah, it's definitely from what I've seen. None of those quarterbacks, him or Drew Lock, they just don't move the needle. Forget moving the needle. They just don't. They're at a disadvantage for your offense. Now DK Metcalf won't look like DK Metcalf. Everybody knows it in fantasy football. They're staying away from DK. Tyler Lockett's not going to go out there and do much because they're going to be held back by the quarterback position. Mike says Davis Mills 31. Your take, JB. And so Davis Mills, this is going to be very important and critical for him, but I definitely feel like he's definitely better than Geno Smith and stuff like that. And we'll see in year two the kind of development that he made, but I could see him at about 31, maybe even 30 possibly. I would see him up in that range and all like that based upon what we've seen. But that pass right there looks like it went out of bounds, and so there's no time on the clock right now, but nobody's going towards halftime here. Well, towards the locker room. Let's see. They're looking to see when did he get out. Okay, so yeah, he should have a solid 2 seconds on that clock. He should have 2 seconds on that clock. They got to put 2 more seconds up there. Let's see. Mike says Daniel Jones, aka Danny Dimes, at 30. So I actually like Davis Mills more than Daniel Jones, honestly. I like him a little bit more. Lewis says if Eli makes the haul, then include Geno. I mean, you might as well. You might as well. So let's see what the referees decide here. All right, so the final timeout called here by Nebraska. All right, so wow, they put 6 seconds back up there. All right, so they're going to go for a long field goal attempt here. Let's see if the kids got the leg to make this one. Kick is up. And it is no good. No good. He certainly had the leg there, but didn't have the accuracy there. So at halftime, Northwestern leads this one 17-14. Wow. Not the kind of record you want when trailing at the half, 3-20. Let's see. Old man says Mills was the steal of the draft and is the second best quarterback from the draft right now behind Mac Jones. Jay says Northwestern leads at the half. Pretty surprising. Lewis says they miss. And so, yeah, I know you're happy about that, Lewis. Any point that's denied, you're happy about. But yeah, they missed that one. But yeah, so the Wildcats leading at the half here, 17-14. Talk about surprise. But both quarterbacks look good so far in this one. Casey Thompson, 17-24 passing for 228 yards and got a touchdown as well, not to mention also a rushing touchdown also. Meanwhile, for Ryan, he is 20-23 for Northwestern for 216 yards and two passing touchdowns. So both quarterbacks responsible for two touchdowns in this game. And yeah, I mean, offense has been looking good. Defense had their moments as well. But at the half, it is Northwestern that leads 17-14. Big surprise. And so, meanwhile, though, looking at the Western Kentucky versus Austin Pie game, that one, Western Kentucky's up 21-17 there in the third quarter. About 10 minutes and 5 seconds to go. Let's see. Jay says, I don't expect either team to pull away big. I bet it's a close finish. And you know what? That would be a W for us if this ends up being a close finish all the way down to the end. That's what we want to see. A close finish. But at this point, how the game has been going, I agree with that statement. I really do. It goes to show what a difference 1 year can make. All right, let's see. Mike says top NFL quarterback in 2022, Sporting News. And so let's see what they got as the top quarterback. Let's see. Mike says go over and give us your take if you would. In terms of the best quarterback in the NFL, right now, right here and now, I would have to say best quarterback right here and now would have to be I would go with personally. I would go with Josh Allen. I got to go with Josh Allen. He can do so many things on the ground. He can do so many things through the air. I mean, he's a triple threat out there. You know, when teams are thinking third and one, they're not thinking, oh, Devin Singletary or as you said before, Mike, the Snell Squad. They're not thinking about them. No, they're thinking about will Josh Allen run it? Will he keep it? You know, will he throw it? What's he gonna do? You know, is he gonna jump over somebody this time? And so I would go. I have to go Josh Allen. I would go Josh Allen for this upcoming season. That is what I would go for the top quarterback this upcoming season. Let's see. Lewis says Western Kentucky was favored by 31. And so, see, that's why you play the game. That's why you play the game. And that's exactly why us as sport fans, you know, we find this stuff intriguing, especially those who like to, you know, place bets and stuff like that. A 31-point favorite goes out there and ends up losing potentially to a team. I mean, you got to go with it. You got to go with it. Let's see. Old man says Tom Brady, Patrick Mahomes, Stafford, Rodgers, and Dan Allen. And so I thought about Pat Mahomes. I still thought about Pat Mahomes there. And so Stafford, I give that credit to Cooper Cup. I give that credit to him. Rodgers without Devontae Adams talking about this upcoming season. He'll take I'm not a little bit of a step back, just a little bit of a step back. And so then Tom, until Chris Godwin gets back, no Gronk this year. It's gonna be tough, just depending on Mike Evans and then Julio Jones. And so my projection for this upcoming season and stuff that's that Josh Allen of these quarterbacks will have the best situation, followed up by Patrick Mahomes. Let's see. Jay says, should the Raiders start thinking about Derek Carr's future if he doesn't perform well this year? I think that they already made that decision when they went ahead and extended his contract like they did, that you're stuck with him. Just like the Arizona Cardinals, regardless of what Derek Carr does, regardless of what Kyler Murray does, those teams went ahead and gave them contract extensions and stuff like that. Plus, you know that that's exactly why Devontae Adams wanted to go to the Raiders, to link back up with Carr. So therefore, they've made their decision already to stick with Carr. And so, unless you just draft somebody that just comes in and like a late round pick that takes over, you're not going to have the luxury of just going out there and trying to upgrade, especially when you're paying that kind of money. You would have to pick up a quarterback on a rookie type of contract, honestly. But I think Derek Carr is going to do good enough to keep his job. So I think as of right now, I think that Derek Carr is good enough to keep his job. I feel like that. Last year though, his best receiver, Hunter Renfro, Darren Waller missed so many games last year and stuff like that, but yet the team still made the playoffs. They still made the playoffs. So Derek Carr, I give him some credit. I give him some credit. Let's see. Old man says, but if Brady retired for good and Allen has another great season and actually get to the Super Bowl, then I'll give it to Allen. And so okay, 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 okay. Let's see. Mike says, give your top 32 used articles if needed. My link don't work. Can anyone post it? And so, top 32 used articles. And so, Mike says, who Dak receivers? And so, in terms of who's Dak Prescott receivers, Dak Dakota Prescott receivers. Well, you got obviously CD Lamb out there, wide receiver. The injury to James Washington, that was a big injury there. They had picked him up there. They still got Noah Brown. I believe he's still on the roster. I like Noah Brown, but not so much as the second receiver until Michael Gallup comes back. Obviously, they did draft a rookie receiver as well. I'm trying to remember which rookie receiver did they draft. I forgot the one that the Cowboys had drafted. Damn it, I can't remember his name. But yeah, they drafted a rookie receiver, and so. But yeah, Cowboys do have some questions though. They do have some questions this upcoming season though. That's right. Hold on. Let me take a quick look once again. All right, so yeah, the receiver that I had forgotten. That's right. That's right. It was Jalen Tolbert. How could I forget? Jalen Tolbert was the receiver that they drafted, and so he's gonna have to step up big, honestly, because now with James Washington being hurt and stuff like that, and then we don't know, when exactly we can expect to see Gallup exactly. So Jalen Tolbert's got to come in there early and show that the Cowboys were correct in selecting him. Let's see. Jay says it definitely doesn't help Carr that he has dealt with so many different coaches. And so, yeah, that doesn't help at all. At all. You're right about that. Old man says, I wouldn't be surprised if the Cowboys bring back Beasley. I'm actually banking on the Cowboys to do that. Honestly, that would be a great move for them. It really would. Old man says, I wouldn't. And so, I'm sorry, Mike says, I'm a Bills fan, old. I still know you're Brady best ever. And so, yeah, if we're talking the greatest ever, absolutely. But when I gave my best quarterback, I'm projecting for this upcoming year. So basically a little bit of last year and then also projecting how the season's going to go this upcoming season as well. I'm projecting Josh Allen's going to be at that very top. Let's see. Mike says Marcus Mariota 29. And so, Mr. Gadget Man. Forgot about him. Mr. Gadget Man. Old man says, hey, I'll go with the GOAT until he's out of the league, but Allen is great. He just hasn't been to the Super Bowl yet. That's why I put him last. And so Mike says Mitch Trubisky. And so, yeah, okay, so Mitch Trubisky at 28 and stuff like that. I mean, Y'all know how I feel about Mitchell Trubisky and stuff like that. I feel like they need to go ahead and start Kenny Pickett. Just go ahead and start because I feel like it's close. I feel like it's close. Go ahead and start the young guy. He'll get better as the season goes on. At the worst case scenario, he'll go ahead and he'll learn the first year. So next year, we won't have to ask this question: is Kenny Pickett going to be ready? Because no, we'll already know that he's ready because he'll have a full year under his belt. And I feel like the team could win some games with him. I honestly feel like the team can win some games with him. Let's see. Mike says best this year, Allen by a million. Jay says I think the Saints will be very interesting and will look a lot different than we're used to. And so yeah, I'm pretty high on the Saints. I really am. And so I feel like they're going to be in the playoffs there. And when they get in the playoffs, they're going to be a team that a lot of people don't want to play. But a lot of things have to go right for the Saints in terms of being healthy and staying away from injuries. All right, Mike says, could Allen be the next Dan Marino? Hope not. Mike says Jared Goff 27. Mike says Baker Mayfield 26. And so, ooh. Old man says Saints are scary again as long as Michael Thomas and James stay healthy and Jameis stay healthy. And so that's right. And then Alvin Kamara staying healthy as well. That's huge also. And I like the addition of Chris Olave. I really like that as well. Mike says 25 Trevor Lawrence. And so good old Trevor Lawrence. The hype on Trevor Lawrence when he came out of the draft, and so it only took 1 year for that hype to really die down. Let's see, old man says I wouldn't be surprised if the Saints traded up to get CJ in the draft. And so you think so, old man? You really think so? I kind of would be surprised if that happened, only because of the fact that I don't think whoever has those first couple picks are going to want to get away from that. I feel like Seattle, that's a team that we pretty much like they're going to have to be a team to get CJ. And then maybe Houston, possibly if Davis Mills just falls flat in his face, then maybe they're the team that ends up getting Bryce Young or something like that. But we'll see. Mike says these are Sport News rankings. And then Zach Wilson at 24. I feel like that's a little too high right now for Zach Wilson. A little bit too high for Zach Wilson. Mike says Justin Fields, no roster, 23. So they got Fields over Zach Wilson. That's interesting. Mike says Tua, 23. Okay. Bet. Let's see. Old man says, yeah, just because a lot of teams are trying a quarterback receiver. I'm sorry. Quarterback receiver together to pair them together. And so, yep. Mike went 21. Carson Wentz. Let's see. Mike says agree. Fields better than Wilson. And so y'all know how I feel about Justin Fields. You guys already know how I feel about Justin Fields for sure. Speaking of Aaron Rodgers on the commercial, him, Mahomes. Let's see. Mike says Mac Jones 20 hot seat. And then Ryan Tannehill. Ryan Tannehill, a guy that, yeah, I definitely would know AJ Brown now. And then whatever you get from Trey Burks this year, I mean, it's going to be a tough year for Tannehill. You got Malik Willis over his shoulder. A lot of pressure on him. Mike says, but his roster, JB Fields has zero to work with. And so he's gonna have to do a lot on his own. I will say that, and I do feel so bad for him. I mean, he's gonna have to do a lot on his own, but hopefully he'll be better for it in the future. Hopefully. Old man says Mac Jones 20. If he has a good year like last year, he should be at least 15th. I mean, hey, if he can have a good year considering all the things that transpired so far, I'd be impressed. I'd be impressed. Mike says Winston at 18. Black Medicine, what's good with you? What's good with you? He says Northwestern not listening to the hype. And so I hear you. Mike says Mr. JB quarterback Matty Ice Ryan 16. Then you say, okay, so 17. Yep, but again, currently right now at the commercial. And so the more I think about it, that Penn State versus Purdue game, I mean, I'm a Big Ten guy. I am a Big Ten guy, so that might end up being a game to stream on Thursday. All right, so they got Trey Lance at 16, Mike says. Jalen Hurts at 15. Let's see, Mike says, Yo, medicine. All right, so we are ready to get back to the action here. We've been at halftime for a minute now. Wow, everything free to. Wow. All right, let's see. Mike says Kirk Cousins interesting. Old man says, how the H is Trey Lance above all the other quarterback in the draft that actually played? And so they are really high on him. They're really high on him. Let's see. 80 says JB is a Big Ten guy. Then the Steve Belichick one. Okay, bet. But yeah, I love the Big Ten. I mean, I am definitely a Big Ten guy. Mike says Kyler Murray only at 13. I'm not surprised with that. I'm not surprised with that. Kyler Murray at 13. I certainly don't see him as a top 5 quarterback. I don't see him as a top 10 quarterback. So I feel like that's close enough to about where he'd be at. Let's see. Jay said I'd be down for Penn State Purdue on Thursday, and so good old Penn State and Purdue. I mean, hey, I'm getting to see a couple teams already in the conference here for the Big Ten. You know, Northwestern and Nebraska, and then to be able to see Penn State and Purdue on Thursday, that'd be great. That would be great. That would be great. Let's see. Black Medicine says Trey Lance is still sketchy. Mike says Derek Carr at 12, and so okay, Derek Carr at 12. Okay, they haven't mentioned Kirk Cousins yet, so Kirk Cousins got to be up next. But still currently right now at the commercial as we're still right now at halftime. All right, so Jay says Sam Darnold out 4 to 6 weeks. And so, okay, so 4 to 6 weeks. They still got PJ Walker currently on the roster. He can come in as the backup there, so that'll probably help his chance. Well, that'll help him stay on the active roster at least for a couple weeks and stuff like that. Without Sam Darnold being there to back up Baker Mayfield, so that should help PJ Walker's odds. Let's see. Mike says Watson 11 game once returned. Don't get that he's better. Better be top 10. And so okay, so they got him at 11. Okay. Mike says, yeah, Cousins at 14. And so, okay, they had him at 14. Oh, that's right. That's right. I missed it earlier. Okay, they had him at 14. Okay, I was like, we're getting awfully high now for Kirk Cousins and not to come up. But okay, bet. Mike says Stafford at 10. Mike says PJ be like. Mike says PJ be like one left before it's PJ Walker time down there in Carolina. Let's see. Mike says Lamar Jackson 9. That's crazy. And so, yeah, based upon I guess what they saw last year and stuff like that. So I guess putting him at 9. Let's see. Mike says Russell Wilson at 8. That's too high. That's too high. That's too high. Russ should not be in the top 10. Should not be in the top 10. Yeah, that is way too high, I feel like. I would probably put him at about where Kyler Murray's at. Mike says BJ is not the answer unless you the XFL. Mike says better than Darnold. And so I wouldn't go that far. I wouldn't go that far. Let's see. Black Medicine says the Russell Wilson hate continues. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Mike says Dak at 7. All right, so putting Dak at 7, I feel like that also may be a little high. I probably would swap Dak and Lamar Jackson. I probably would swap them on that list. Put Lamar at 7 and put Dak at 9. I probably would have swapped that. Mike says I like Russell over Dak all day. I I I don't know. I don't know. That's tough. I really don't know. I really don't know. Do I want a quarterback that's gonna light it up in the fourth quarter with some meaningless points in Dak Prescott and get meaningless yards and stuff like that? Or do I like a quarterback in Russell Wilson that's going to be hot for a couple weeks and then cool off and then be ice cold? I don't know. I don't know. Let's see. Mike says he likes Lamar over Dak. Mike says Joe Burrow too high at 6. Jay says Kirk Cousins number 1, the GOAT. Let's see. Mike says Justin Herbert 5. All right, I like Herbert there. I like Herbert there. Mike says Brady 4. Okay. And again, still at the halftime. We've got to be returning shortly though. All right, so Mike says Rogers way overrated at 3. Let's see. Mike says Mahomes is number 2, no question. And 80 says, and 80's been waiting on this one. He says Jalen Hurts number 1, the rest playing for second. Mike says Allen 1. All right, so all right, so it looks like the game has started back, but yet still waiting on the television to return back to the game. All right. All right, let me see something. Let's see. Jay says every year I forget how long college football halftime is, and so I mean I'm here looking and I'm seeing that they've basically because I'm watching it through Fox here and I'm seeing that they switched. It looks like they're talking about something else other than the game right now. The game looks like it's returned, but I'm like, let's see. Mike says NFL halftime sprint into locker room, hit bench, run back. Mike says medicine. What in the world? Yeah, Black Medicine saying Matt Ryan number 1. You won't hear that one every day. All right, so All right, has anybody else seen like the game like just completely change on them, or is it just me? All right, let's see. All right, give me 1 second, guys, and I'll be right back. Nebraska versus Northwestern. All right, had to switch my channel there, so apologize about that. But now JB is back in the game. So Northwestern here with the football, and so we're here in the third quarter here. So Northwestern with the football here. Let's see. Jay says that his game is working fine right now. Black Medicine says still at halftime on your screen, and so maybe it might be like a Georgia thing, Black Medicine, because I had to switch mine in order to find it. So all right, but here we go. So now it is in the shotgun here, 3rd and 5. Gonna lose a couple yards on the play here, so that is going to bring up. Let's see. Let's see. Lewis says 3rd and 10, Northwestern driving. 80 says the only number one is JB&M Sports. You know what? That is accurate. 80, that is accurate right there. All right, so here we go. 4th down coming up. 4th and 5 here in the third quarter with 13 minutes and 12 seconds. Punts on the way now. Fair catch symboled and caught at about the 12-yard line, and that is where the Cornhuskers will take over. Let's see, Mike says. All right, let's see. Old man says, nah, my game is bugging bad. These Bill fans are going crazy today. Old man says, my game is good now. Lewis says, JB going to go check the Wi-Fi. Mike says, you streaming, JB? Mike says, oh, JB Spectrum. Braden says, where's JB? And Mike says, it's too hot in Atlanta. But yeah, all is good now. And so, yeah, so Nebraska here with the football in the third quarter with 13 minutes to go in Nebraska. You know, this will be their first drive here in the second half, and they're trailing right now 14-17 to Northwestern. Yeah, I had to actually change my channel because the channel that I was watching showed the first half of the game, but then it just completely switched over because of the whole Falcons versus Georgia game. So those of us that are probably in Georgia or in Florida near the Jacksonville area probably were affected by that. So we had to switch channels. And so it's the first time I've seen some stuff like that take place. That is crazy. But that is why I did not see them come back out in the second half. Had to find a completely different channel. All right, let's see. Black Medicine says, wait, Josh, our coverage in Atlanta is sketchy. I am now getting the Dirty Birds report. And so, yeah, you got to change the channel there because, quite frankly, yeah, I had to do the same thing. Even though it was supposed to be on Fox, they switched it over to the Falcons, like showing the Falcons pregame for their stuff. So, yeah, those of you that are watching from the Atlanta area, you got to find a different channel. They did us dirty. They did us dirty. It is on the Buzz R channel. And so, yeah, they did us extremely dirty. Let's see. Lewis says JB stream has the best chat room. I agree. Mike says I melted BM and JB antenna. Mike says facts, Lewis. And so Black Medicine says, yeah, that is weird. And so, yeah, that's weird. I mean, if you're going to do that, don't even put the game on to begin with. One half? Like, what is this? What is this? That is just, wow. I've never seen that happen before. That's the sketchiest stuff I have seen since they tried to put an NFL game on Nickelodeon and stuff like that and make you watch some slime game. And so, wow. All right, but here we go, guys. First and 10. Quarterback takes a snap here, looking. Throws it to the tight end. Tight end's got some room to work with here. Chop down there, but he picks up a nice play on that one. Now we got first and 10 coming up here. So first and 10. And so Thompson here running the offense here. Nebraska find themselves down here, which some people might find surprising coming into this one. Nebraska was the favorites in this one. Thompson takes a snap here, throws it quickly to the receiver, incomplete. Incomplete. Now we've got second and 10 coming up here. So second and 10 coming up. Let's see. Mike says, if we get you to JB4K, you have to eat Hardee's. Take the bet. Oh, yeah. You guys give me the JB4K. I'll eat some Hardee's, all right. I will. Best believe that. Let's see. Eddie says, JB, did you hear the Browns sign Matt Araya to a $50 million deal? They said he's their kind of guy. Ouch. 80's throwing shots. But you know what? If they had the chance, they probably would. Meanwhile, they're going to hand it to the up back there, and he's going to pick up 2 yards on the play. Third down coming up. So we got third and 8 coming up here. Ball at the Nebraska 24-yard line. Trailing by 3, 17-14. Trying to get this offense clicking again. They looked very good that first drive there. They're trying to get it clicking again. Let's see. Mike says, can't be as bad as that time I ate Burger King tacos. All right, here we go here. Thompson in the pocket, moving around. He's still on the move here. He's running. He's running around. This is not street ball. He just throws it up there, slings it up there, and he gets it. He gets it. That is the shocking part. And his receiver is still running before going out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. How does that happen at the collegiate level? I thought my guy had lost his mind back there, turning around and just running around. That was so. I mean, you don't see that kind of stuff happen. That was so Texas A&M Johnny Manziel-ish. Honestly, I mean, wow. To run around in circles and know that your guy's going to be there. And this Thompson kid can really throw it on the run. That was spectacular. There's not a lot of guys who can make a throw like that, honestly. But wow, that's what we try to do on the video game, and Madden tells us we can't do that. But wow, all of that, and this receiver was wide open, and it was on the money. Meanwhile, we've got a Northwestern player right now down on the floor. But man, 57 yards. Wow, now they got first and 10 at the Wildcats 19-yard line. That was insane. That was insane. Let's go. And so Lewis says, let's go defense. Black Medicine says, that's a challenge he will take. Yes, I will take that challenge. I will take that challenge, yes. Jay says, when JB gets to 2K subs, he needs to do the one-chip challenge stream. Let's see, 80 says, hey, JB, your boy Nate Burleson called that Nickelodeon game, LOL, and so that explains why it was so bad. Let's see, Black Medicine says dead at 80s, and so Braden says, oh my goodness, what a play. And so, yeah, that was a spectacular play, honestly. Because he had the option to run out of bounds, try to throw it away, but no, he said, forget that mess. He said, we're down by 3. They brought me here for a reason. I'm going to be the hero. And so he turned around, and he did it, y'all. He did it. He did it. Mike says, oh. 80 says, sorry, Mike, LOL. Lewis says, oh, no. Mike says, no reason to cover anyone. Mike says, all good. Braden says, that looked like Johnny Manziel. Lewis said, need a turnover. Lewis not a fan of that big play. But wow. What a play, guys. What a play that was indeed. And so when we come back, they're going to have first and 10 from the 19-yard line. Trailing 17-14 here in the third quarter with 12 minutes and 18 seconds to go. But they got to finish inside the end zone here. We've seen them move the ball all game long. Can they finish in the end zone here? Let's see. Meanwhile, we are at 7 thumbs up right now. So if you're watching the stream and you haven't pressed the thumbs up button, be sure to press the thumbs up button and also subscribe to the channel if you haven't subscribed already. And so Black Medicine says, yeah, that was very Johnny Cokehead Manziel-ish. Good old Johnny football. Let's see. Mike says 49ers at the Bears week 1. And so I know who I got in that one. I've got the Niners in that one. Lewis says, and I don't mean one from Arby's. Yes, so college football back upon us here, week 0 so far in this one. Let's see. Meanwhile, for the Western Kentucky and Austin Pie game, that one right there, Western Kentucky's up 28-20 in the fourth quarter of that one, in the early minutes of the fourth quarter in that one. So a close game there. Considering the Hilltoppers came in as heavy favorites, it could be an upset, guys. It could be. But both games very close. All right, here we go, guys. 1st and 10. Takes a snap out of the shotgun, hands it up the middle. I tell you what, though, the channel that they are streaming this game on right now, like, they need to do something about when the camera zooms out, man. I feel like we're zoning back to 2005, 2004, honestly, television-wise, with some of this. It looks like when they zoom in, the camera looks good, but when they zoom out, though, it looks so blurry. Let's see. Old man says, stay away from Arby's with their beef jello. Meanwhile, out of the shotgun here. So Thompson, Thompson tripped on the play. So he tripped himself on the play. And so that's going to help that Northwestern defense out. 3rd down coming up. Let's see what happened. Did he just trip on himself here? Or he lost his footing there. He just flat out lost his footing. All right, so after that miscue there, 3rd and 16 coming up here for Nebraska. See if they can get the 1st down here. 3 receivers towards the top of the screen here, 1 tight end, 1 back. Thompson takes a snap here. Northwestern sending 4. Thompson goes deep and incomplete, but there is a flag. There is a flag. And so the penalty, that is going to help out Nebraska big time. All right, let's see. Mike says, TD coming or big sacks? Braden says, hey, JB, did you see Desmond Howard have Pittsburgh, Texas A&M, Michigan, and Baylor in the playoffs? LOL. And so he's just a hater. He's just a hater. But pass interference called against Northwestern, and you know what that means. An automatic 1st down here. Mike says, beef and chatters. Braden says, yeah, the camera angle is weird. Let's see. Mike says, JB watching on live. Lewis says, missed field goal coming up. All right, so we got 1st and goal here. 1st and goal. They're 9 yards away from the end zone. 3 receivers, 1 tight end, 1 back. Takes a snap. They're going to hand it to the back. The back between the right guard. And takes it all the way to about 2 yards away from the end zone. That was Grant on the carry. 2nd down coming up. So can Nebraska get some points here? Lewis is rooting for the defense here. Again, we're here in the 3rd quarter with 9 minutes and 50 seconds to go. Current drive, 7 plays, 86 yards, 3 minutes and 18 seconds in terms of time of possession off the clock. Shotgun formation here. Takes a snap. Gonna hand it to the back. In the back. He gets in there. That's a touchdown. So a touchdown for the Cornhuskers. Anthony Grant, the recipient of that touchdown. Lewis says no more touchdowns. 20-17 is our score. And so, ooh. All right, so the PAT attempt will come up. All right, so the PAT attempt is up and it is good right down the middle. So the score right now, the Cornhuskers reclaim the lead and they're up 21-17 right now. And so, sorry about that one, Lewis. Sorry about that one for sure. Lewis is like he wants to see defense the rest of the way. And so far in this game, though, for Nebraska, we'll start with them. Casey Thompson, 19 of 27 passing for 298 yards through the air. He's got one passing touchdown. He's got one rushing touchdown so far. And Nebraska as a team, 21 carries for 52 yards. The leading rusher, Anthony Grant, 14 carries, 44 yards, and he capped it off in the end zone for a touchdown. Now for Northwestern, Ryan Hiliski, he is 23 of 29, 236 yards, two touchdowns, no interceptions. On the ground as a team for Northwestern, 16 carries for 56 yards, and their leading rusher in this one is Evan Hall, 9 carries for 42 yards in this one. Lewis says protect the lead, no more points. Lewis says no more points. Let's see. Black Mason says Lee Corso needs to retire, bruh. He was mumbling all morning. Good old Lee Corso. Good old Lee Corso. Let's see. But again, 21-17 is our score with the Cornhuskers up in this one here in the third quarter with 9 minutes and 37 seconds to go. I'm still Black Medicine. I still cannot believe that they did us dirty when it came to this whole TV thing. Like I'm just like, wow, how are you gonna show a game for a half and then switch over to another game like that? That's disrespectful. High key disrespectful. And so we got Carmichael here. What's good with you, Carmichael? What is good with you? How's it going? He says, hello, JB. And so I know the game you're looking forward to is actually tomorrow when we watch your Steelers play the Detroit Lions in that stream. It'll be the final, the absolutely final preseason game. And then from there, we turn our attention to the regular season. And not only that, just a reminder for everybody that's on the stream that's a part of JB's Fantasy Football League, our fantasy football draft will take place next week Friday, so that's going to be September the 2nd at 9:15 p.m. Eastern Time. Again, 9:15 p.m. Eastern Time is the time of the draft on September the 2nd. That's going to be next week Friday for our Fantasy Football League draft. All right, kickoff on the way. And all right, so he's going to take a knee here. So Northwestern will take over 1st and 10 from their own 25-yard line. Let's see. Mike says my pictures is crap 4K. Chris 4K. Mike says, yo, Carmichael. Carmichael says I am doing good and I won my first game yesterday. Bet. What was the final score? What was the final score? And what were your stats like? But congratulations on that W. All right, so Northwestern, they want to respond here. They want to respond and see if they can reclaim the lead. And so far, Ryan has been throwing great out there. I mean, great. 228 yards passing, 2 touchdowns, no interceptions. This offense has looked good at times, and so let's see if they can keep that going. From their own 25-yard line, the shotgun heads to the back. Look at the burst. He's running. He's already at the 40. He lost the ball. He lost the ball. He fumbled it. Trying to do too much with the ball, lowered the shoulder rather than going out of bounds. And man, wow, what a fumble. And it looks like Nebraska has the football. Talk about karma. Early in the first half, it was Nebraska who had fumbled the ball on a big play. And just like that, just when you think the Wildcats are out here about to make a splash, that ball came out. That's clearly a fumble. Clearly a fumble. And so, but wow, that's crazy. That is crazy. Let's see. Wow. Let's see. Carmack, I'm sorry. Old man says, yeah, can't wait for Mac Jones. Win it all for me. Mike says, no spoilers. Huge. Braden says, fumble. And so, yeah, that was a big time fumble. But nice job getting in there, leaning with that shoulder, and then connecting with the football. When you connect shoulder pad to football, good things are going to happen when you're a defensive player. Carmichael says 42 to 14. You had two catches for 42 yards, and your running back had like 30 rushes. And so, okay, bet. Congrats, bet. All right, receiver goes in motion here for Nebraska. Takes a snap, fakes it to the back. Thompson's looking. Thompson's going to take a shot, and he has a chance. Incomplete. Great coverage on the play that time. Great coverage that time. Second down coming up. 2nd and 10 coming up here. So Nebraska, they went ahead and took a deep shot. They always say after a turnover, you take a deep shot. That's a great chance to make a big play. But that time, the Wildcats were able to get the stop. Yeah, he had to try to slow down for that one there. If the ball was placed in front of him a little bit, he could have made that catch. That could have very easily been a touchdown. But 2nd and 10 coming up here for the Cornhuskers in the shotgun formation. Northwestern side of the ball here from their 46-yard line. Take the snap here, running back, still on his feet. He's still running, and he could take it all the way, and that's what he does. Cornhuskers with the touchdown. Anthony Grant with the big 46-yard run. Wow. Just like that, 27 to 17. And that's how big that fumble was for Northwestern, because 2 plays later, the Cornhuskers cash it in for a touchdown. Let's go. Lewis said, good stop. He doesn't like this. Lewis says, run the ball, Nebraska. They took your advice, Lewis. They took your advice. Black Medicine says, bruh, you know I'm a Falcons fan. I don't want to see that nonsense. That was horrible. Mike says, JB on specific standard time. Carmichael says, I also played a little bit of safety last night, so look at that. Look at that. But the extra point is good, so Nebraska's up 28 to 17 against Northwestern here in the third quarter with 9 minutes and 9 seconds to go. Just like that, an explosive big-time play. That's Big Ten football for you. Let's go. Let's go. But yeah, Carmichael out there playing 2 positions on the field, offense and defense. Did you light anybody up out there at safety? Braden said, what a run. And so, yeah, those Cornhusker fans, they like this. They like this. 46 yards on the run by Anthony Grant, and that's going to help the numbers out tremendously. And so now Anthony Grant for Nebraska, he's got you 15 carries for 90 yards and 2 touchdowns in this game. That big play right there makes the numbers look really, really good right now. But now it's time to get ready to see what will Northwestern do? How do you respond from that situation where your running back coughed up the ball on what was a big-time play? He tried to lower his shoulder, get the extra couple yards there, and unfortunately for him, a bad break. But let's see how he responds there. The mature ones, they respond. Let's see what Northwestern does. Kickoff on the way. Oh, it's a script kick there, and so luckily that guy was alert there. I mean, whoa, they tried, well, I shouldn't say a script kick there, but they tried a short kick there to try to catch him off guard here. They really want to take the momentum here and run with it. Nebraska not holding back any punches here, but Northwestern that time caught on guard. But man, wow. Wow, they caught me off guard on that one. I was expecting the regular kickoff here, caught me off guard. Lewis says he needs a shot. So yeah, so this is not looking good for you right now, Lewis. You should have went with the over in this one. So how about that? Can Northwestern respond? They take the snap. Gonna hand it to the back off the right side here, and he's gonna pick up about a good 4 yards on the carry. Second down coming up here. They say 2nd and 7. Here in the third quarter with 8 minutes and 53 seconds to go. And right now Nebraska up 28-17. One back in the backfield here, multiple tight ends, two receivers. Takes the snap, fakes the toss. Ryan has it. Ryan throws it, has a guy. He catches it and gets down at about the 26-yard line. That was an awkward fall, though. Kind of an awkward fall, though. Not sure if he's hurt or not. But Northwestern right now trying to hurry it up here and get lined up. Let's see. Braden says this game has been crazy so far. 80 says, Carmichael, good for you and keep up the great work. Carmichael says, I didn't get any big hits. I got one tackle, and so, make it. Well, as long as you made it count. As long as you made it count. That's what's up. Carmichael says, my team needs to throw more. And so, yes, tell me about that. Tell me about that. Now, Black Medicine, if you're still on, your team, they passed the ball a good amount back when you were in high school. Of course, Black Medicine was a lineman, and so, but yeah, your team passed it a lot, if I'm not mistaken. My team ran the ball so much, I was like, Coach, put me in the backfield. I wanted to be a receiver at first, but I was like, we're not going to pass the ball, so I need to be in the backfield. All right, but here we go. Play fake. Throws it and incomplete. Incomplete. The defender was all over him on that one. Gifford with the coverage. 2nd and 10 coming up here for the Wildcats. Again, they're trailing 28-17 in the third quarter with 8 minutes and 34 seconds to go. Now, that contact came a little early now. I'm not going to be too picky about that one, but that contact did arrive early. All right, they got three receivers. A receiver goes in motion, one tight end, one back in the shotgun. Fakes it to the back here, bootlegging, throws it, and it's going to be caught. Take it all the way to the 2-yard line. Now, that time, the receiver, it took a minute for him to secure the catch, but he did. And so just like that, 1st and goal. So, man, these offenses, they're raking up. Lewis, you might want to turn your TV off, man, because this is not looking good right now for the bet you got. Not looking good at all. But the Wildcats here looking pretty wild on offense. I'm just not used to seeing Northwestern offense look like this, guys. This is a very good offensive squad right now, at least in this game, moving the ball. But here we go, 1st and goal. They got 3 seconds, so they better hurry up if they don't want to burn a timeout. Yeah, that's. Let's see if they got a timeout called in time, and they do call a timeout here. And so, all right, now that could be big later on. Now, you're down right now by 2 scores, still the third quarter now, but unless the defense tighten things up here, that timeout could come out to haunt you later on. But right now they call a timeout, 28-17. It's a score. They're right now punching at the door. Let's see if they can get into the end zone, 3 yards away. Let's make it happen. Carmichael says the other team ran a lot of running back dives. Let's see. Black Medicine says JB's team ran the Maryland I formation on every play. Lewis says Nebraska regretting that little kick. And so, exactly. Lewis is like, how could you do that? How could you do that? Well, we're currently right now at the commercial because the Wildcats called a timeout here. They had no choice but to call a timeout. Looks like we're coming back here. So that's good. So 1st and goal. Let's see. All right, so it looks like we got the running back there, is it? Takes a direct snap, trying to make it happen here, and he gets there to the end zone. That is a touchdown for the Wildcats on the play. Cam Porter took the direct snap there and took it in himself. That time there, they opted to go with the back in the backfield, let him just go ahead and run that Wildcat, let him do what he does, and that's exactly what happened. Nebraska knew it was coming. They just couldn't stop it. And looking at the replay, yep, definitely a touchdown. Let's see. Carmichael says, I hate it. I asked Coach if we could run a route, and he said to block the cornerback. Ooh. Extra point is up. Good. 28-24 is the score. And so let's see. Carmichael says, "What time does the Steelers game start tomorrow?" And so, yeah, that's going to be 4:30 p.m. Eastern time. 4:30 p.m. Eastern time is the time that the Steelers and Lions kick off. Let me just double check that real quick, but I believe that's the time that they kick off tomorrow. And so, but man, this is what a game we got. I mean, who would have thought that the game would have been this good between these two teams here? Absolutely. Let's see. Yeah, that is 4:30 p.m. Eastern time of the Detroit Lions and Pittsburgh Steelers tomorrow, which is the stream for tomorrow. I will be streaming the Lions versus Steelers tomorrow, the final preseason game. All right, here we go. So Northwestern about to kick things off here in the third. All right, so that one's fair caught by Nebraska. So let's see what they can do offensively. So both of these teams' offenses, coming out here, putting up some fireworks here. We're in the third quarter already. Nebraska has scored 14 points in this third quarter already. But do they have some more room for more? Can they make it a three-touchdown quarter? There's still plenty of time with 7 minutes and 53 seconds to go. Black Medicine says, literally got to watch the Falcons since Fox cut the game in Atlanta and it's not on TV anywhere else for him. And so, oh man, that's brutal. That is brutal. Carmichael says, and Cam Haywood and Najee will play. And so, they did you wrong, Black Medicine. They did us wrong, actually. They did us wrong. All right, but here we go. Going to hand it to the back, and he's going to pick up about 3 yards on the play. So now we've got 2nd and 7 coming up here for the Cornhuskers, leading 28-24 right now. All right, so here we go for Nebraska. Gonna hand it to the back again, and he gets stuffed. He gets stuffed. Barely got back to the line of scrimmage. 3rd and 7 coming up here. So right now facing 3rd and 7 right now for the Cornhuskers. They're up by 4, 28-24. But the last thing they want is to get Northwestern the ball back without scoring. It's going to come down to Casey Thompson here on 3rd down. Can he make the play? 7 minutes to go here in the third quarter. Mike said JB always taking the finest ladies out Friday nights instead of covering the Bills game. Meanwhile, Thompson throws it right side, incomplete. Incomplete. And so 4th down coming up here. And so for Northwestern, that's a stand right there. But meanwhile, for Nebraska, you've got the tight end currently down right now. He's holding his leg. Looks like his ankle. Let's see. Carmichael says his legs after last night hurt after all the running. And so it sounds like, I mean, that would irk me if I have to keep blocking on every play as a wide receiver. Like, at least give me some targets or something so that way I can keep, working hard in practice to show off, something. All right, but let's see what exactly happened to the tight end on this play. All right, so we've got the punt unit out. Punt's on the way. All right, so fair caught at about the 23-yard line, and that is where the Wildcats will take over here. And so let's see, can lightning strike again for this offense here in the third quarter with 6 minutes and 41 seconds to go? And so Nebraska leads 28-24, but it's Northwestern right now that we'll see if they can tie things, if they can take the lead. Let's see, Black Medicine says JB parties with Johnny Manziel on Fridays. You can't leave out Josh Gordon. You cannot leave out Josh Gordon also. It's a J thing. It's a J thing. But again, right now, currently at the commercial in this one. And so, but yeah, right now for Nebraska, Casey Thompson, 19-29 passing, 298 yards, 1 touchdown, 0 interceptions. For Northwestern, though, Ryan is 25-32, 264 yards, 2 touchdowns, no interceptions. And so on the ground for Nebraska, they've had 3 rushing touchdowns in this game. Casey Thompson was responsible for run, and Anthony Grant had 17 carries for 93 yards and 2 rushing touchdowns in this one. For the Wildcats, though, they had Cam Porter with 7 carries, 30 yards, and a rushing touchdown, while Evan Hull had 10 carries for 45 yards so far in this one. As a team, that's 19 carries for 83 yards and a touchdown for Northwestern. Let's see. Lewis says, I need this to be the final score for a push. Black Medicine says, Jacksonville 3-0 over Atlanta. Okay, Carmichael says, I was supposed to go to watch film today, but I slept in. And so Carmichael said, you're going to make me block and stuff like that. I'm just going to sleep in and stuff like that. Let's see. Braden says, no Black Medicine. He parties with Eli Manning and does the Irish jig. That is not the case at all. At all. At all. Still at the commercial here, and still in the third quarter, though. 6 minutes and 41 seconds remaining here in the third quarter. But now's a good time, though, if you're watching this stream, and if you haven't pressed the like button, make sure that you press the like button. Also, subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed already, guys, because, hey, JB Nation, we're just taking off. Just taking off. This is week 0, and so the next college football stream will be on Thursday, and I'm going to set it up for that Penn State-Purdue game. It's just too tempting not to watch. So Penn State and Purdue, Thursday, that's going to be the move. That's going to be the move. I want to take a look at this Penn State team and also see what Purdue brings to the table as well. Let's see. Carmichael says, JB, when are we going to see your Eli Manning jerseys? And so that is not going to happen. That is not going to happen. 80 says, did someone say Eli? All right, but here we go, guys. Shotgun formation at 1st and 10. Let's see. Northwestern on the carry there, and that's Hull with the carry. He picks up about a good 6 yards on that one. All right, we got 2nd and 4 coming up. 2nd and 4 coming up. Carmichael says, I can't wait to watch Penn State. And so, oh yeah, see what Penn State got this year. 2nd and 4. All right, one back in the backfield. Takes a snap here. Going to give it to the back again. And this time, going to pick up about what looks to be maybe a yard on the play. 3rd down coming up, 3rd and short with 6 minutes left to go here in the third quarter. Northwestern with the football, trailing 28-24. Important 3rd down coming up. Braden says, so we'll get to see Sean Clifford, the big red dog. And so, good old Sean Clifford. Hopefully he worked a little bit more on that accuracy a couple times there, but a good quarterback. Here we go, 3rd and 3. And the shotgun, 3 receivers, 1 tight end, 1 back. Going to hand it to the back. Still on his feet, but Nebraska came up with a stop that time. So, big time stop there. And so, okay, how about that? Willing to keep the offense on the field here. 4th and 1. Quarterback up under center here. They changed the formation. There's 10 seconds right now on the play clock. Will that quarterback sneak it again? 3 seconds here. 2 seconds here. And they were trying to get the defense to go off sides. It did not work. In my opinion, if you're going to go for it in that situation, then you do it, but not just punt the ball. But they'll take the penalty right there. Let's see. 80s, 80s, 80s. Of all the things I've seen 80s say, he says the JB&M, does the M stand for Manning? I can confirm that the M does not stand for Manning at all. At all. Carmichael says, Sean Clifford is okay. And so, yeah, he's pretty much an okay quarterback, okay to good. Hopefully, he takes another step though. And for Nebraska, they'll take over from their own 35-yard line after the punt. So 1st and 10 from the 35-yard line. Braden says, he says, yeah, Clifford isn't that bad. And so, yeah, he's not that bad. Definitely does need, to have some time in the pocket though. But he's had his moments there. He's had his moments. And so Braden says Josh Brown and Manning sports fanatic. And so that is not the case there. Not the case. Let's see. Carmichael says, I mean, Sean Clifford ain't no Trevor Lawrence. And so, well, right now, Trevor Lawrence has not been looking like Trevor Lawrence in the NFL as of late. But I get it. And so, Black Medicine says JB&M Manning. That is not funny here. That is not funny. Tight end goes in motion here out of the shotgun. 1st and 10. Looking. Going deep, and he overthrew the guy. Overthrew him on the play. Overthrew him on the play. Incomplete. He had a man, because his man had a couple steps there, but overthrew him. Let's see. Right. Lewis says, knees, punts, and the missed field goals the rest of the game. Oh, shoot. Hands it to the back. All right, he picks up about a good 4 yards on the carry there. So 3rd down coming up here. Let's see, they say 3rd and 5 here in the third quarter with 4 minutes and 10 seconds to go. Nebraska up 28-24. Can Thompson keep this drive alive here? He's had a pretty good game so far in this one. From their own 40-yard line. 3 receivers here, 1 tight end, 1 back. Making adjustments here. Receiver goes in motion. Snaps the ball. Throws it. Caught by the wide receiver, but he will be short of the 1st down. Palmer, the receiver, on that one. Let's see. Braden says, next stream, I better see Eli Manning on it. And so that will never happen. Will never happen. Never. Never. Here we go, guys. 4th and 2. Got the punt team out here. Again, third quarter here with 3 minutes to go in the third quarter. All right, punt on the way. And so waving for everybody to get away from it. It is taking a bounce here. And that's going to go all the way to the 11-yard line. And so the 11-yard line is where the Wildcats will take over offensively. Let's see. Carmichael says, nah, Eli will not be watching the Steelers with JB. And so, yeah, he's not going to be there. Not going to be there. Let's see. Braden says, dang, Nebraska has a lot of transfers. And so, yeah, I mean, I get it. You're a guy that, you're on the move here, especially a guy like Casey Thompson. You look at this team and you look at the amount of games that they were super close in, and you're like, man, I can come here and I can take a team that has talent and take them to the next level. Meanwhile, they carry the ball here, picks up 2 yards on the carry. So we got 2nd and 7 coming up here for the Wildcats. Let's see. Lewis says, Western Kentucky trying to survive. Carmichael says, Kenny Pickett is going to be something special in Pittsburgh. Do you guys agree? And so, nice carry on that one. Nice carry on that one. And that's going to be a 1st down, fresh new set of downs to work with here for the Northwestern Wildcats. That time Cam Porter had it and went behind the center and guard and found a lane for the 1st down. That was great blocking on that play. Excellent blocking. All right, here we go, guys. Quarterback up under center, went back in the backfield here, takes a snap, play fake, pressure already in front of him. Just throws it down there, incomplete. Incomplete. Braden says, agreed, Carmichael. And so I like Kenny Pickett. He's going to be the face of this franchise for some time. I feel like he was the right pick for them, and so it works out. It just works out. Let's see. Carmichael says Malik Willis is going to be known as being drafted after Kenny Pickett, and so. All right, here we go, guys. 2nd and 10. Takes a snap. Fakes it to the back here. Ryan looking. Ryan throws it. And, ooh, was that possibly caught? Did he possibly catch that? All right, so they're saying 3rd down here. Again, 3rd quarter with 1:46 to go right now. Nebraska is up 28-24. Let's see the replay here. So you look at the replay. The catch is clean. I need to see the foot one more time. I was looking at the catch. Need to see his feet one more time on that one. You just need one foot in college. But apparently they say he didn't get that. All right, here we go, guys. 3rd and 10. Takes a snap here. Looking. Throws it across the middle. Completed. The guy was by himself. Made one guy miss. And still on his feet. Taken all the way to about the 38-yard line. What a play. What a play. He was wide open in the middle. And that was Washington with the reception. So a big time by Northwestern, but great job by Washington. Made the safety miss, and when your safety miss, that's usually a bad thing. They hand the ball to Porter, and so Porter makes a couple moves there, picks up about a good 4 yards on that one. We got 2nd down coming up. Let's see. Braden says Western Kentucky is definitely missing next great quarterbacks. QB Bailey Zappi. Let's see. 80 says, so Carmichael, do you think Pickett should start the season as quarterback? And so meanwhile, nice carry there on the ground. Excellent carry there to pick up a fresh new set of downs here for the Wildcats. Here in the 3rd quarter. Lewis right now is on the ropes. Again, the score. Nebraska 28, Northwestern 24. Wildcats take the snap here, hand it to the back off the right side here. Ooh, picks up some nice yards on that one. That's going to be a pickup of about a good 7 or 8 yards on that one. 40 seconds left to go in the 3rd quarter. 2nd and 3 coming up. Again, just 35 seconds in the 3rd. They snap the ball here. Quarterback keeps it himself this time. Gets back to the line of scrimmage there. May have picked up a yard possibly. Carmichael says, I can't wait to see my boy Najee. Carmichael says, with what I have seen from Pickett, yes, but I would probably start Mitch for a couple games, then bring Pickett in the game. Here we go. Quarterback up under center here. Up, there's a penalty. There is a penalty here. A lot of movement. Oh, they call false start on the offense there. And so right now, both of these teams know how important, both of these coaches feeling the heat. They know how critical this game is to start off with a win. A conference game here, week 0 of the season. You want to start off on the right note. Let's see. Carmichael says, I don't want to rush Pickett into the starting job. I think Pickett looks ready. I think he's ready to go in there and shine. We saw it worked out great for Mac Jones last year and stuff like that. I think Kenny Pickett is ready to come in as quarterback 1 to start things off, in my opinion. I think he's ready. All right, so they're going to add like 0.1 second here. They're going to add a second here on the 3rd. This is interesting. All right, so we've got 3 receivers here at the bottom of the screen here. This will be the last play here of the 3rd quarter. Or it looks like it just ran out. So, okay, so they didn't stop the clock. All right, so a lot of things happened there that didn't happen, but what we do know is that at the end of the third quarter here, the score is Nebraska 28, Northwestern 24. Let's see. Carmichael says, but Mac Jones is from Alabama. Braden says, I think Pickett will get his first start between week 5 or 8. And so we will see. We will see. I think they will start Mitchell Trubisky, but if I was the coach, I'd be like, look, Kenny Pickett looks good to me. Let's do this. Let us do this. He'll take his bumps and stuff like that, but he'll be better as time goes on. But again, we're currently at the commercial because it is the end of the third quarter, and what a game we got in this one. What a game we got in this one. Nebraska's up 28-24. Let's see. Lewis says Mitch should have taken his talent to Seattle, and so what it would have been a guaranteed spot for the season there. That's for sure. But yeah, let's take a look at how the receivers have been doing in this one. We've talked about quarterback play. We've talked about running back play. How have the receivers been doing in this one? Well, we'll start with Northwestern. For Northwestern, Malik Washington. He's got 8 catches for 97 yards so far in this one, averaging over 12 yards a reception. You've got Donnie Navarro the third. He's got 4 catches for 29 yards and a touchdown. You've got Evan Hall out the backfield, 4 catches for 44 yards. Anthony Tyus the third. He had 1 catch for 34 yards also in this one. So, different guys getting the ball. Meanwhile, for Nebraska, though, Trey Palmer, 7 receptions for 57 yards. Then you got Isaiah Garcia Castaneda. He's got 3 receptions for 114 yards. That's right, 114 yards for Nebraska and a touchdown. Talk about big playmaker. He's been making big plays. You got Marcus Washington, 2 catches, 27 yards here for Nebraska. And so, yeah, these guys are making plays in this game. It's been exciting, fun to watch. And 1 quarter left. Who's gonna have the lead at the end of this upcoming quarterback? I'm sorry, upcoming quarter. That's gonna win this game. Who has the lead at the end of it? All right, let's see. Carmichael says Mike Tomlin said that the quarterback one position is still up for grabs. Braden says Geno Smith will be the starter for the Seahawks week 1. And so that's good news for the Steelers. They're bad news for the Seahawks. I mean, the Seahawks, yeah. Geno, okay, Geno. At least I know this ahead of the season, though, so I know where I put DK Metcalf at now. So let's see. Lewis says Nebraska special teams did me wrong with that dub kickoff, with that dumb kickoff, and so yeah, they set you up, Lewis. They set you up. They really did. 1 quarter remaining. But yeah, I mean, his third quarter though was a lot of points. Though second and third quarter were actually good points on that one. But here we go, guys. 3rd and 7 here at the start of the fourth quarter here. Northwestern Wildcats with the football from Nebraska's 21-yard line. They snap the ball here. They're going to hand it to the back off the right side here, and they pick up a couple yards on the play. 4th down coming up. So 4th and 5 coming up here. So we're going to have a field goal attempt coming up here for the Wildcats. And so, Lewis, I know what you want on this one. You want to miss. I know you do. 36-yard field goal attempt. Lewis is holding his breath right now for a miss. And he did miss it. He did miss it. Lewis, I know you're happy about that one. And so, just like that, Northwestern missed the field goal. Let's see, Carmichael says, and Kello on Witherspoon was a great trade for the Steelers. But yeah, what a missed kick that was right there. And so you're leaving points on the board in the fourth quarter. That's never a good thing. Never a good thing. Braden says that missed kick will make Lewis happy. And so, yes, it will. So Lewis is shocked. He's shocked. He's like, what? He's like, so you mean there's still hope? All right, so now we're going to see the Cornhuskers here with the football here. They're leading right now 28-24 here in the fourth quarter with 14 minutes and 15 seconds to go. So early moments of the fourth quarter, still plenty of football to be played. They take the snap. They hand it to the back off the right side. He takes it to the first down marker, and he gets that first down. It looks like it should be a first down. Let's see what they mark it at. Looks like they say second. All right, so they're saying 2nd and 2 here. All right, but second down coming up here for the Cornhuskers. Shotgun formation here. 3 receivers, 1 tight end, 1 back. Takes a snap here. Throws a quick pass there to the receiver. Excellent block there, Furman. He goes out of bounds at their own 39-yard line, but that's going to be a first down here for Nebraska. That's right. Lewis said no good. 80 says Lewis take a shot for that missed field goal. All right, here we go, guys. Shotgun formation here. Tight end goes in motion, takes a snap here, fakes it to the back. Throws it, completed. Completed. Taking it all the way to about the 43-yard line now of Northwestern. So we're in Northwestern territory here. Thompson looking as composed as ever, host with his team up by 4 points right now. Can he lead them into the end zone and extend this lead? Let's see, Lewis says Nebraska should run now. Last time you told them to run, Lewis, they took your advice. Lewis said he took a double on that one. Out of the shotgun. Going to hand it to the back. And the back's going to get stuffed after a yard on the play. 13 minutes left to go in the fourth quarter. All right, second down here. Shotgun again. 4 receivers, 1 back. Takes the snap here. Northwestern's been sending 4 pretty much for the most part of this game. And oh, what a dangerous pass that was there. He tried to throw it to a window that wasn't open. Incomplete. Third and 10 coming up. Lewis says, can't get too carried away. There's a Bears game later. All right, 3rd and 10. Thompson takes a snap. Thompson throws it across the middle. Picked off. It is picked off by Northwestern. He is still running. Wow, takes it all the way to about the 42-yard line of the Cornhuskers. And so at this point, we get an interception, and that's huge. That is huge. Wow. Nebraska fans are not happy about that. They watched this team lose over and over and over again last year in close games. They do not want to see a repeat today. That's their second turnover. And so Thompson, who just threw a risky pass earlier, that time ball went past the receiver hands to the defensive back. Unfortunate. Carmichael says, bye, JB. I'll be back tomorrow for the Steelers game. Appreciate you for popping through, and yeah, looking forward to seeing you tomorrow. Braden says, what was the over-under for this game? And so that was 52. That was at 52, I believe. And so let's see. Lewis says, should have been running the ball. Lewis like he tried to warn you. Tried to warn you. But now Northwestern with excellent field positioning here. Will they be able to capitalize when we come back from the commercial? here in the fourth quarter with 12 minutes and 36 seconds to go. Down by 4 points. The Wildcats are down by 4. Score is Nebraska 28, Northwestern 24. Let's see. Braden says it's 52 right now. That's right. That is right. It is 52 right now. And still right now currently at the commercial. But of course, Casey Thompson threw his first pick of the day. Both of these quarterbacks had looked tremendous, but Casey Thompson numbers so far 22 of 35 for 316 yards, one touchdown, one interception, and he also had a rushing touchdown as well. Meanwhile, for Northwestern, you've got Ryan Helinski. He's so far 26 of 35 for 303 yards, two touchdowns, no interceptions. Let's see. Lewis says many Vikings on the move. So Lewis calls them the mini Vikings. But yeah, coming into this game though, Nebraska was the favorite. But right now, Northwestern sees an opportunity in the fourth quarter to see if they can take the lead. Braden says, "LOL, Lewis," and so all right, getting ready to return here, and let's see what the Northwestern offense got in store for us this time out. Last time they missed the field goal, but they have the ball back thanks to a turnover. So another opportunity to try to right the wrongs in this one. All right, first and 10 right now. Shotgun formation here for the Wildcats, already in Nebraska territory from their 43-yard line. They're going to fake it to the back, throw it to the receiver across the middle, incomplete. Incomplete. Second down coming up, second and 10. All right, second and 10, shotgun formation here. Takes a snap here, throws it. Incomplete, incomplete. So two passes, two incompletions so far in this drive. Third down coming up here, third and 10. Again, fourth quarter right now, 12 minutes and 14 seconds to go. Wildcats with the football, they trail 28 to 24 right now, but facing an important third and 10. Your team just got the turnover. You want to get the first down. Can they get it here on third down? They need Ryan to come through. If they get the first down here, that would help. Shotgun formation here. Takes the snap. Throws it. Caught by the wide receiver. And he extends the ball. And it looks to be a first down. So just like that, clutch pass, clutch catch. And that's going to get you the first down. Going to hand it to the back off the right side and takes it all the way to the 21-yard line. It looks to be a first down here for the Wildcats. So back-to-back first downs here. They're moving the ball here, moving the ball. Takes a snap here. Gives it to the back off the left side there. He's got a hole and takes it all the way to the 5-yard line. The 5-yard line. Lewis, look out right now. This is not looking too good right now for you. Lewis predicts that a fumble's coming. Here we go. Shotgun again. Takes the snap. Gonna hand it to the back. Makes one guy miss. And he's gonna walk into the end zone for a Northwestern touchdown. That is Evan Hall on the carry, and he had the touchdown there for the Wildcats, which is going to give them the lead. They're up now 30-28. Extra point attempt coming up here in the fourth quarter with 11 minutes, 34 seconds to go. That was a tough break right there, Lewis. A very tough break. PAT attempt coming up. Kick is up and kick is good. So the Wildcats now reclaim the lead 31-28. And who says they're the underdogs in this one? Let's see. Lewis says, "LOL." Lewis and so, yep. Let's see. Lewis says, "Oh well, 5-4." And so, oh man, I feel like it got off to a hot start early on, Lewis, but now it's just a lot of consecutive L's right now. But again, currently right now at the commercial. But when we come back with Northwestern leading right now 31-28 over Nebraska, we're going to see what Nebraska can do offensively here on the next drive. Last drive out there, they threw that interception, and so Northwestern was able to capitalize and get a touchdown off of it. Those points off of turnovers, they will hurt you. They will change the outcome of a game. But can Casey Thompson respond positively? Can he bounce back? He's a veteran. He's been here before. And so can he go ahead and lead this team to reclaim the lead? Lewis now gives us the permission to let's enjoy the rest of the game. Appreciate that, Lewis. But again, we are here in the fourth quarter, guys. Fourth quarter. Do you guys think that this could potentially go to overtime? I'm just going to throw that out there. I know it's early in the fourth quarter, but do you guys think it could go to overtime? If so, if you want to see overtime, put JBOT in the chat. If you're rooting for overtime, put JBOT in the chat. It's been a minute since we've got to do that because the preseason doesn't necessarily let us do that. So, yeah, but if you want to see some overtime, JBOT. Let's see. Braden says he wants some overtime. He says JBOT. Appreciate that, Braden, getting us started with the JBOT chants. Lewis says, no overtime. I got another game to watch. So Lewis shuts that down here and now. He says, no overtime. I hear you. 80 says JBOT. There you go. Baker, Jimmy, Steve, and King Henry. All right, so after that six-play, 42 yards drive that only took less than a minute off the clock, let us see. There's still plenty of time here in the fourth quarter for both teams here. Let's see how this plays out. Kickoff on the way. And so Nebraska gets it. And so takes it all the way to the 25-yard line on the return. Braden says JBOT, 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 JBOT. All right, so fourth quarter, still 11 minutes and 29 seconds to go. And so there's still plenty of times you want to come out here and score, but you want to protect the ball as well. You cannot start turning the ball over, especially here in the fourth quarter. Got to protect the rock. Brandon says, need a Eli Manning Yeah, we'll see about that. We will see about that. And so meanwhile for Nebraska here, and so ooh, that's a face mask right there. He grabbed it by the face mask. That's a face mask. I'll say this, Braden, until we get more members and stuff like that in terms of the JB membership and stuff like that, once I get more members, they'll allow me to create more of those emotes. And so, therefore, I'll be able to do it once I get a couple more people. I think I need, let's see, I think right now we got like two, so I think we need at least three more people before they allow me to create additional ones to what we already got. All right, but right now, currently Nebraska winning 31. I'm sorry, Nebraska losing 28-31 right now. They're looking to change that, however. Running back goes in motion here. Thompson takes the snap, throws it. Ooh, ball got tipped, almost picked off again there. Ball was tipped, though. That wasn't on the quarterback there. Ball was tipped. Second and 10 coming up. Let's see, Lewis says, I have an emoji for Eli. Lewis says trash. And so I like that one, Lewis. I like that. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. All right, this time Thompson's up under center. Receiver goes in motion, takes a snap here. Gonna hand it to the back. The back up the middle. Picks up 2 yards on the play. So third down coming up. Third and 8 coming up. 11 minutes to go here in the fourth quarter. Braden says JB will like that. So yes. Yes. Here in the fourth quarter with 10 minutes and 45 seconds to go. And Northwestern leading 31-28. A 3-point game here. Shotgun formation here. Four receivers on the play, one running back. Takes a snap. Northwestern sending five this time, and they get to him for the sack. Big time sack there by the Wildcats. Wow. Huge sack on the play. Because they've been sending four guys, and four guys has not generated that much pressure today. But they sent the extra guy, and it made all the difference on that play. So big time play by that Northwestern defense. Fourth and 17 coming up. Punt unit out there for the Cornhuskers. All right, so ball caught at the 15-yard line, and that is exactly where Northwestern will take over, leading this one 31-28. Can the Wildcats finish this one off with a victory, guys? Now is a great time to announce who do you think is going to win this game. Do you guys think that it's now going to be Northwestern that wins the game, or will it be the Cornhuskers that win this game? Let me know. Braden says that onside kick ruined their momentum. And so, yeah, I don't know why they did that. I would not have done that. It was not a situation in which you really needed to do that because you had the momentum. You had the momentum. Why make it easier on their offense potentially? So, but, he likes to take some risks sometimes. And that time, his job's on the line. His behind is on the line. And so if they come out here, lose a game like this, this is not going to be a good look. Not a good start. So right now, if you're Nebraska, you're Scott Frost, you want to come out here and you need to be able to come out victorious in this game. Let's see, Lewis says he got Northwestern winning, so Lewis like Northwestern will win this one. What everybody else think, Northwestern or Nebraska? Lewis says Braden. Lewis agrees with that one. Yeah, this one scars him for life. Lewis says that Frost is looking for reasons to get fired. Well, he can't. Well, he doesn't have to look for too many reasons. I feel like that seat is about as hot as it gets. Let's see. Braden says Nebraska going to lose another one possession game. And so, in typical Nebraska fashion, different quarterback, all these transfers in the same results. Will it be the same? I'll still stick with Nebraska here. I'll still stick with Nebraska in this one to win it, though. There's still 9 minutes and 46 seconds to go here. Just a 3-point game. We'll see, though. We'll see. All right, but here we go. In a shotgun. And they're going to hand it to the back up the middle, and he's going to pick up like 3 yards on the carry. So 2nd and 7 coming up here for the Wildcats here in the fourth quarter with 9 minutes and 35 seconds to go. Northwestern leading this one 31-28. And so now the clock is going to become more and more and more critical for these teams as the game continues to wind down. But here we go, shotgun again. Takes the snap. Fakes. He gives it to the back. And the back's going to pick up about a good 4 yards on the play. 3 or 4 yards on that carry. We got 9 minutes to go here in the fourth quarter. Third down, though. 3rd and 4. Can the Cornhuskers get a stop here? Or will Northwestern keep this drive going? They hand it to the back off the left side. He gets brought down, picked up a yard on the play. But that didn't work. Every time Nebraska has tried on 3rd down to just give it to the back in those situations, I'm sorry, not Nebraska. Northwestern has tried on 3rd down. It hasn't really worked out. Has not really worked out for Northwestern. Let's see. Braden says that seat is as hot as Eli Manning was in the Super Bowl. Very funny. Very funny. All right, so the punt unit coming out here for the Wildcats. Punts on the way. He's had some solid punts earlier today. Fair caught and caught at about the 42-yard line for Nebraska, and that's where they'll start off at their own 42-yard line. So just 8 minutes and 10 seconds left to go here in the fourth quarter here. Cornhuskers down by 3 points. And so Thompson was doing great up until really the last 2 drives. The last 2 drives there have not looked that great for Nebraska, but can they bounce back? Casey Thompson so far, 22 of 36 for 316 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. He also had a rushing touchdown as well. On the ground, they've got 30 carries for 129 yards. Here we go. Thompson up under center here. Takes a snap. Gives it to the receiver. Tries to make a guy miss. And, oh, man, they got him in the backfield. It's bad. It's real bad. He lost a ton of yards on the play. I don't know whose idea it was to call that play, but it wasn't the best of ideas because Northwestern was not being fooled on that play. I don't get it. Trying to get too fancy here. The offense has worked through Thompson passing the ball and then running the ball. There's no need to get fancy here. 7 minutes and 43 seconds to go. Now 2nd and 15. 10 seconds right now on the play clock. They snap the ball. Northwestern sending for Thompson. Tried to throw it to the back, and it's incomplete. And it's just not connecting anymore. I don't know what's happened, what changed for him, but right now it's just not working. You can't even connect with the back at this point here. And so you got to shake this off. Ever since that first interception, I don't know if maybe he got hurt and we just don't know, but something's different here for Thompson throwing the ball right now. And that is not the time to fall apart. His team needs him right now. This is why they wanted him, for situations like this. Here we go, 3rd and 15. Take the snap. Northwestern bringing pressure. Thompson on the run. Thompson slings it up there. Caught by the wide receiver. Still on his feet, but going to get brought down at about the 46, 47-yard line. So we got 4th down coming up there. Thompson's still on the field right now, but all right, so now he's coming off the field. Looks like he wanted to go for it. 4th and 6. Let's see. Old man says, now this is a great game. And so, yes, I mean, honestly, guys, this is like best case scenario of how this game could have gone, honestly. All right, punts on the way. And all right, so they're going to pin it at the 6 yard line there. The official tripped on that one. He's his second official today that tripped. All right, so the Wildcats here, they got, like, hey, there's some time on the clock here, but if you can go on a long drive here, melt about a good, I'd say about a good 5 minutes off the clock, 5 minutes off the clock, 5, 6 minutes off the clock, and end up scoring on this drive with a touchdown. If you're Northwestern, that's the formula to put them away. Braden says the ref fell down on that punt, and so that is true. Both teams last season finished 3-7. Almost identical seasons last year. All right, so from their own 6 yard line here for Northwestern, if you're Nebraska, you want a three and out here so you can get great field position. Wildcats going to hand the ball up the middle, and he's going to pick up about a yard and a carry. Second down coming up. Again, the Wildcats leading this one 31-28 over the Cornhuskers. 6 minutes and 10 seconds left to go here in the fourth quarter. Nebraska with all 3 timeouts, Northwestern with 2 timeouts. 6 minutes to go here in the fourth. Northwestern in a shotgun. No need to hurry this one. You can take as much time as you want between each snap. All right, within 5 seconds here. Snaps the ball. Hands it to the back off the left guard. And so, nice pickup on that one. Picked up about a good 6 yards on the carry. So now we got third and short here and more time coming off the clock here. If you're Northwestern, you want to snap the ball within 5 seconds on the play clock each time. But it's critical here that you do go ahead and get the first down. It's 3rd and 3. You get a first down, you can take off some more time off that clock. Not to mention the field position battle. Let's see, important third down in this game here. 5 minutes and 10 seconds to go here in the fourth. Northwestern so far today, 5 of 14 on third down conversions. Can they get another one? They snap the ball. They hand it to the back, and the back, he has it, but he wants more. And so he chooses not to go out of bounds and to stay in bounds. A veteran running back move on that one. But man, what a massive pickup there by Hall and bringing the boom on that one. Wow. That time between the center and guard, I mean, tremendous blocking. And so running back knew the mission on that one, and great pickup there for 21 yards on the carry. Taking it to the 35-yard line of the Wildcats. All right, so here we go. There's 5 seconds right now on the play clock. Wildcats with the football. Take the snap. Going to hit it to the back and the back off the left guard again, and this time picks up another first down. So another first down here. This time Porter on the carry. So the Wildcats, they're starting to melt that clock more and more. All right, looking to the sideline. They want to melt as much time as possible here for this Wildcat offense. Just keep melting the clock and continue to pick up first downs in this one. They take the snap. Going to hand it to the back, and the back off the right side. He picks up about 9 yards on the carry. Okay. So Northwestern running back stepping it up right now here in the fourth. Right now, if you're Nebraska, you got to start planning how you're going to use these timeouts. 3 minutes and 15 seconds left to go, 2nd and 1. All right, so still making adjustments right now. 5 seconds on the play clock here. 3 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. Wildcats take the snap here. Gives it to the back. And he's going to pick up about a yard and a carry, which should be enough for the first. Let's see where they mark him at. Depends on where they mark it at. I believe it to be a first down here. And it is a first down. Okay, so 1st and 10. All right, 2 minutes and 45 seconds left to go here in the fourth. Northwestern's up 31-20, yeah, 31 to 28 right now. 3-point lead. 5 seconds here on the play clock. They've been running the ball great. Take the snap here. Gives it to the back left side there. Picks up a yard and a carry. All right, so will Nebraska start burning timeouts here? And they call their first timeout. Call their first timeout. And Scott Frost right now pacing the sideline. He's nervous. He's anxious. He knows. He's like, I can't afford to lose another close one. Just can't do it. I told the guys it's going to be a different year this year. But right now, I mean, the ground game taking over here for Northwestern. So far as a team, 42 carries for 220 yards on the ground. Evan Hull, he's got you 20 carries for 117 yards and a touchdown. Cam Porter, he got you 19 carries for 94 yards and a touchdown. So you might potentially have two running backs over 100 yards on the ground, which ultimately will make the difference in this game here. With just 2 minutes and 31 seconds to go here in the fourth. And again, we're currently right now at the commercial thanks to the first timeout called there by Nebraska. They're banking on their defense. If their defense can't come through, this game could very well be over. It's going to be all on the defense here to try to get the offense the ball back with some time to do something. Let's see. Old man says, now that's old school football. Run the ball till you die. And so, yeah, Northwestern looking to run that ball and run that clock out. That is the goal. And again, the next stream tomorrow will be the final preseason game that they will display tomorrow between the Lions and the Steelers to conclude the NFL preseason. Of course, there's going to be a lot of cuts that do transpire now. There's going to be some that surprise you, some, trades and stuff like that. A lot of things going to go down between now and the start of the NFL season. But luckily for us, we'll have more college football games to last us, next week. All right, here we go, guys. 2nd and 9 right now. Shotgun formation, takes a snap, gives it to the back off the left side, and he's going to pick up a yard on the play. Okay. So a yard on that carry. Let's see, Nebraska calls their second timeout. So they got one timeout remaining. So a big third down coming up here. Big third down coming up. Let's see. Old man says, hopefully it's Patriots trade win for a fourth or higher pick. And so if we can get a fourth back, preferably I'd like to see a third, but a fourth, that'd be nice. Fourth, maybe even a sixth in addition to that. But we got 3rd and 8 coming up here. Again, Nebraska with one time out here, but Northwestern an opportunity. You get a first down right here. You can do some real damage. Let's see what Northwestern calls here. Again, these two teams both in the Big Ten, a conference game right now. So much on the line here for these two squads. 3rd and 8. Northwestern here with the ball. They're up 31-28. They're at Nebraska's 42-yard line. Snaps the ball. Gonna hand it to the back off the left side, and he's gonna pick up a yard before they stuff him here. And so 2 minutes and 21 seconds to go here, and Nebraska's gonna call their final timeout. Let's see. Old man says, yeah, Cowboys and Steelers are the two teams that are heavy rumored to trade for him. Steelers will make him a guard, though. And so, okay. And hey, as long as there's a market, you know what that means, old man. If there's a market and there's interest, we'll get something in return, something of good value. Braden says, big stop by Nebraska. So can Nebraska come through? Now is the time to say where you align with. Do you align with Northwestern, or do you align with Nebraska right now, or do you just want to see JBOT? Let me know. All right, so here we go, 4th and 7. Old man wants JBOT. Fullback goes in motion here. They're trying to draw Nebraska offsides here. All right, so that didn't work. They'll take the penalty. All right, so still 4th down. Let's see. Braden says JBOT, so everybody wants JBOT here. All right, so here we go. 4th and 7 right here. The punt on the way. He's done a tremendous job today. Can we get another great punt out of him? And we will get another great punt. Wow. Wow, this kid is just tremendous with his punts. All right, so this 3-point game right now, 31-28 right now, 2 minutes and 12 seconds to go here. So Nebraska, will they be able to do it here offensively and try to either tie it or take the lead? And so let's see. 80 says JBOT. Braden says great punt. All right, so 1st and 10 here for the Cornhuskers. Take the snap. Throws it. Incomplete. Incomplete. He had the receiver there near the sideline, but incomplete. 2nd and 10 coming up. So Thompson can still salvage the day if he can lead them on a game-winning drive here. His work's cut out for him, but he certainly has the talent and the guys around him to do it. Let's see if they do it, though. 2nd and 10. Takes a snap here. Thompson's looking. Throws it. Complete by the wide receiver. Making guys miss. Still on his feet. and picks up the first down. That should have never happened there if the defense makes that play. Braden says you have to catch that ball. All right, here we go, guys. 1st and 10 out of the shotgun. Takes the snap here. Throws it quickly. Caught by the wide receiver. Brought down inbounds. A minute 50 left. That's going to keep the clock moving. 2nd and 4 coming up here. Nebraska hurrying up to the line. Still shotgun. 2nd and 4. Receiver goes in motion. They snap the ball. Throws it. It's intercepted. It's picked off. It's picked off. So Thompson, this is not how he wanted to start off his career with Nebraska. Somehow, some way. Wow. Wow. Big time play by that Northwestern defense, and it's going to be the Wildcats that will be victorious today. Because Nebraska's got no timeouts. So we know Northwestern can go out there, take a couple knees, and get that W. Braden says that's not on Thompson. He should have caught that pass. There's been quite a few plays like that already. Disbelief. Disbelief. When you know that this is a game that you should have won, that one's going to hurt. That one's going to hurt. Old man says, dang, what a way to lose. And so in typical Nebraska fashion, new year, different story. I'm sorry, new year, same story. Wow. And so now Northwestern goes out there and takes a knee, and they'll continue to take a knee. But again, the stream that we're going to continue will be tomorrow when we watch the Lions versus the Steelers. But congratulations to Northwestern coming out here and making it do what it do. Lewis says, kick themselves with that sorry kickoff. Lewis is not going to let that go. Braden says Nebraska hasn't changed. They're the same old, same old. But let's see. For Nebraska, Casey Thompson was 25 of 42 for 355 yards, 1 touchdown, 2 picks. He had a rushing touchdown as well, so he was responsible for 2 touchdowns. But that last interception, that wasn't on him. For Northwestern, though, Ryan, he was 27 of 38 for 313 yards through the air, 2 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. On the ground for Northwestern, 45 carries for 219 yards and 2 touchdowns on the ground. Meanwhile, for Nebraska, 31 carries, 111 yards, and 3 rushing touchdowns so far today. And with one final knee, they will win this game. So Northwestern wins 31-28. Old man says, another great stream, JB. Yeah, appreciate you again, old man. Braden says, see ya. Great stream, JB. Yeah, appreciate you too coming through, Braden. Absolutely. What a game it was, guys. This was a great game. But the underdogs, they prevailed in this one, and they won. Shout out to them Wildcats here. They're 1-0 in the Big Ten and 1-0 overall. Not a bad start to the season. Not a bad start at all. And so Braden says, see ya, great stream, JB. Yes, of course. 80 says, great game. Absolutely. Absolutely. But yeah, guys, you guys take care and enjoy the rest of the day and all like that. There'll be some other games that will come on for sure. And so definitely make sure you guys watch that as well. But appreciate you guys for coming through and stuff like that. JB's got to get ready to eat. I haven't eaten all day, so JB is hungry. But appreciate you guys. Lewis says, thanks, JB. Till tomorrow. Yeah, absolutely. Of course. See you guys tomorrow. Again, I'll be streaming the Lions versus the Steelers tomorrow. But yeah, you guys take care. Lewis says Connecticut shocking Utah State right now. And so that's what you love about college football. It's always about the upsets, for sure. 80 says, great job as always, JB. Take care, everyone.